there's been good music.
But there's been good
Like,
music, yes.
You
yes.
can take at least from the continent, in my opinion, you can take at least, I don't know, however many songs a week. We've had good songs this year. So
yeah, they have.
I don't think up until 2 weeks ago we had enough to say we had good songs this year.
We've had good songs this year. I'm just, from my perspective, I just think because we're looking at, when we look on Mondays, when we come here, we look at the top 10 and we look at the top artists. So that's why I kind of feel like it skewers our perception of what music is coming out. So that's just my first point.
Right.
Now my second point, just onto Kiz Daniel before we move on. I don't think he's testing anything. I think he's got a show and tour coming up, and he has to have some fillers. He just brought out a whole project last year, in mid last year.
Yeah.
That is still, is it not still number one?
No, it's not.
Many songs?
Okay,
but how
very
many songs
much
are
not.
still? How many songs are still in
From it?
our, in our minds?
It's probably not a lot. Not a lot. It's
most
probably
songs. Let me even bring up the project because I have it here.
It's probably his worst album, actually.
Pardon?
It's probably his worst album, actually.
If you like, let it be worst album. The point is that
performance
is still. If someone wants to play Buga tomorrow, people will still Buga.
Right. I saw what you mean.
That's what I'm trying to say. If someone wants to play Buga like that, they will still dance to cough. So the point I'm trying to make is that the project that we're saying is a tester. It's definitely not a tester for me. It's just a filler because he has obligations tour wise to do in the next. In fact, very soon, right? So that's how I see this project. I haven't listened to it yet, but I've listened to 2 songs. I'm guessing because 2 of the songs are already pre-released.
2 of the songs are already
yeah. So that means, bro, it's just a filler. It's nothing like testing. He's not scared.
Right.
Yeah, it's Kiz. I beg.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's a tester.
I don't think it's a tester at all. I just think it's just Kiz being Kiz.
I think he had 2 more. I think he had 2 records he was filling at the moment. Oh, let's put it out. And then obviously from a distribution standpoint, and also if you know how like DSPs work, they like projects, so maybe they can also quickly secure an African now placement. Like there's things like that. There's all that industry games and politics.
Also, he's got a tour coming up. Oh, I'll say tour lightly, whatever. He's got some dates coming up, and at the end of the day, when you're going to these stations, you're doing the international tours, you need to have a talking point, something to talk about. Yes, your tour is here, but what else? Are you going to talk about a project that came out last July?
Right.
And I'm ready to bet that. And I'm ready to bet that one of those 2 records are about to pop. I think it will be that Shomo record.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into that. What are the better of the 2 songs? What is more likely to take off?
I think they are both good records. Like I said, he's not absolutely going left on like his soundscape. It's not like he's doing some very I don't know hip hop type shit. It's still revolving around what we call Afro pop. But like I think what would really stand like what would really work here is the marketing. They're already going to market that Shomo record. You already know.
Is there a dance affiliated? Do you feel?
He's the one that he prepared with his girlfriend. The video is already trending. Then they shot a video as well, I think.
Right.
I think there's the way the chorus works. Trust me, the aunties are gonna love it. It's
why is it only the aunties that will like it?
Because there's a particular line there that they will love, especially Yoruba aunties. There's a particular line in the chorus that is for them. Do you understand? Like it's one of those records that it has a viral moment written in that chorus, right? The other record too is great. The 2 records are fire, and it's like great records, like great pop records, like. And I think there's a craze for looking for something different, and I won't be shocked if it's one of my piano songs I'll come and do it now. I won't be shocked. But I don't think Kiz is the one that's going to come and say was something very, very left. But I don't know what he does. He's going to keep doing it, and he brings a lot of character. I think that's something that he's really showing in his music. There's a lot of character. Like he's entering different shapes and forms on these songs. He's taking up different cadences, different identities. It's almost like he's making a skit on all these records. Like it's funny. It's interesting. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll bet on I think Shomo. Yeah, I think that record. The chorus has something for the for women's.
I was gonna say I think L's point is very interesting because who's to say that he might be going on tour. He's just prepping for that. But who's to say he's not doing a teaser for an upcoming project? Like
No, but the name of this project is Thanks for All, right? He's thanking us.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, sorry. Yeah,
but the TZA, they say it's teaser. It's teaser, like it's teasing us for.
Oh, is that what they said? Oh, I thought it was Thanks a lot. I thought that was what
they said.
He's a teaser, but he's saying thank you for
listening. Also,
like and subscribe type shit.
Oh, okay, type shit.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, first.
Yeah, so I think it might be promo for upcoming.
But that project that album will not come to the end of the year, though. So this
end of the year or middle?
Sorry?
End of the year. Oh, because now that we have
I suspect post-August.
Now, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so this teaser is going to be a very long teaser.
Well, I think if he doesn't have a moment from these 2 new songs, if the likelihood that he doesn't have a moment from these 2 new songs, they might push that up, maybe.
No, I think what else said is what is gonna happen. They're putting out this music for him to be able to buy himself time. He's about to go on road for the rest for the whole summer. Like he's definitely gonna be booked and busy this year on a road wise. I think that's something that, because he hasn't shown himself as the road guy. I think it's time for him to really.
He needs to
get right.
Because he is a road guy though.
Yeah, I think he prides himself with being
he's a road guy, but his road reputation is.
Oof. Yeah, if they catch a hit now, he won't drop music to the end of the year. He would absolutely just go on road and cash out on all those shows with this particular hit, and it'll be fine. Yeah, it's the other guys that are coming maybe before August. Obviously, we know Burna again might come again before August. Ashake might come. Ashake is coming before August.
Ashake is definitely coming. Burna said he's not dropping this year now. Yeah. Oh, that one at cruise.
Fair enough. Maybe he might not come. I think Wiz will come.
Yeah,
I think Davido is coming as well. I know Odumodublvck is coming.
Davido's coming with Deluxe.
Probably, maybe. Seems like he's not trying to let the project go.
I wouldn't mind the Deluxe, but
maybe we should leave that man alone. Yeah,
Ruga is coming for sure.
Yeah,
Ruga is coming.
Ruga Benson for sure.
Yeah, I think Rema is coming too before August, before Grammy deadline. Everybody I think TY is coming for Grammy deadline.
TY already teased something actually.
Say everybody go shout drop before Grammy deadline.
Yeah, no, definitely. Everybody's coming absolutely.
I think that's interesting. That's
I think Grammy deadline is July 31st or August 31st. One of the two.
It's August, or it's actually even later than that. Probably October.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I can't remember.
Check. Probably, most likely.
I know last year was October, but that was because October? I think
Ira is coming. Ira is coming, right?
Yeah, Ira is definitely coming. Yeah. She's due. She's due for an album this year.
Magix is coming.
Yeah, let's see what Magix has for us, man. I'm loving the OK record.
So. He's due as well.
Yeah, he's definitely due.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's gonna lead me into like kind of my next kind of question for you guys, which is with all this new music and all this like different things like the Kiz Daniel EP, all of that. What do we think about, people that have dropped and come and gone, making a comeback? I would like to give a quick shout out to our dear person, our dear leader, Mr. Emmanuel, who has given us kind of the energy.
I was like, where should go like this?
Go backwards and bring people to come back. What do you guys think about a P Square album?
Today?
No.
Today, I don't think
listen. What the culture needs right now is the culture does not need a blast from the past. We don't need a blast from the fuck. It's not that bad. It's not that bad yet. Like let's chill.
No.
I don't think
anyone's listening for
it. They can just remaster the album.
You can remaster it. They can go on tour, but yeah, a new album will be.
Yeah, a new album now. Please, we're not interested. Thank you.
Okay. So when Emmanuel made that video last week, what did you guys think? Like, what was the thought process?
Classic. That was where we ended. Classic.
No, it's like it's dope content, but don't put out a new album, please. Like that's not what that's about.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
it's a good moment for content creator, the music scene. Like, I mean, he's done his parts. Like the album recharted or something. I mean, charted for the first whatever.
The objective was to remind people about the album. Really. It's just to remind people, of course.
Or they can remaster it, put some features or something. I don't know. Just nothing new, please. Thank you.
Yeah, not be everything you say you go drop music. It's not everything that will make you drop music. Like chill out.
Oh, it's true. They've actually split now.
They split again, right? Apparently.
They split again.
Imagine, let me tell you now, if you just give this niggas a reason to come back together,
we're fighting. If this is gonna make them come back together. I think it can come back. They can come back together for, of course, if
influence is crazy.
Bro, if they feel money is on ground, they can come back for a tour. I think that one makes more sense.
They toured last year though, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, they came to Canada
last year.
Was it last year? Yes.
It wasn't last year. I feel like it was 2 years ago.
I think it's the year before. They had a whole tour.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Time has really gone. Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if KD has the numbers of the radio plays, because I was hearing it on radio.
Now wow, this Emmanuel.
Which of these songs?
I tell you, they're playing Game Over, they're playing Pisco on radio.
Emmanuel, because of this, they put out another album.
Emmanuel
will create a red card because some guys might be hitting you up soon to review their iconic albums too.
Don't worry. It's funny because I already had some albums lined up already. I'm just adding them. I'm just adding to them.
After that video, the nostalgia that hit me.
I'm just gonna call out them Osags and for their music in time, and they just they have not done anything since.
I reached out to Osags for that video.
That is very true.
I think the last episode was the Belema episode. Funny enough.
Oh, was it?
I think that was the last episode.
Did they drop the episode? Oh, wow.
They did. Yes. And I remember they dropped
the episode. I had given up on it.
The R&B episode, right?
Yeah.
Osags and I, we were talking about ATTW's R&B W.
Yeah.
That's a good album.
Anyways, one thing about so obviously I think I've been hearing a lot of conversation about Game Over in the past 2 years. I feel like it comes up here and there. Even Osags doing a review on it in the past year or two.
Yeah,
but I think recently I went back and I listened to Get Squared. I might be on a personal opinion that Get Squared.
Okay, yes, let's have this debate.
It's a better project than Game Over. Although objectively, Game Over is the more iconic project. I think just on a personal taste, I will personally lean towards Get Squared.
No, I welcome the claim though. I welcome the claim of Get Squared because Get Squared in itself too is just as
I think those are the two classics.
Yeah,
those are the two classics that they own, right? Get Squared.
I would think so. I know Game Over is for sure. Danger kind of comes up some conversation, but I don't think Danger gets as much reverence.
Yeah, because
people
didn't like the single. People didn't like the Danger single.
Yeah. And
people didn't like Danger single, but yeah, I think Get Squared. I think listen to Get. I know you made a point about the sound sounding a bit dated.
I think I'm more original. They actually opened a can of worms with that J Martin's influence of the little Igbo high life feel on their guitars into that little dancehall kicks and everything, because a record like Do Me, for instance, opened is a whole space for so many other songs that came around that time for that particular kind of modern Igbo high life fusion with other dance or hip hop type of kicks and beats. So it was a huge shift after that album, and and it still sounds good to today. It's one of those listens that it feels is very refreshing. It's
I think another reason why I feel I lean towards Get Squared now is because of how iconic Game Over is.
Mm-hmm.
We hear a lot of those songs now and then. This album hasn't really left us, right? I think Get Squared has really left our consciousness. Now when you go back,
Get Squared, I would even argue wasn't even us per se. Get Squared was very much borrowed. It was all the in terms of the feel of it, right?
That's the Last Night project, I think, right? That's the one that is very much borrowed. I think Get Squared had its own originality. I think it's the first project that is very much Usher and Michael Jackson and them. But I think bro, get this record.
Get Squared was very much Usher.
Busybody is on Get Squared, yes, and Busybody is a crazy record.
But Busybody is also borrowed too, man. I can't remember. I can't remember the point of reference for Busybody, but like there was definitely like.
Is it to make a clap?
Yeah, it was like it didn't feel. It was like it just felt like okay. There's no enough, I guess, Niger juice inside to feel like it's ours.
There's that what's the record again that Imcon spoke about? The Say Your
Love, No Did I?
Say Your Love, No. Yeah, that one. Come on, man. There's classics.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic records.
Temptation is on that project.
Yeah, Omogemi is there too. Another slapper for R&B, for sure.
But at the end of the day, I understand like objectively, right? Game Over has Ifunaya. It has No One Like You. It has Do Me. And it has
like
just don't.
Gigantic records, man. Like
like huge, like 200 million Nigerians record, like across the fucking continent, like those type of songs. So I think objectively, it is the better one. I saw some people were dragging, some people feel like, you called it the most iconic. So what about the Whiskey?
No. I posed it as a question. I left the window open. The entire premise of the video is to open conversation, man.
Yo, my baby cousin, I can't call him baby anymore. The guy is in university, but he messaged me like, do you agree with Emmanuel's post? He's in uni now. I was like, no, he's Whiskey Superstar. I laughed. I said, well,
I saw a lot of Whiskey Superstars. I saw a lot of M2Ms. I saw a lot of Grass to Grace. I saw a lot of Gongwa songs.
You know what? Anybody that says Whiskey Superstar, I only have one statement. Tell him to go and mix the album again, please.
They should mix it better, Abby. Yeah, the Game Over mix sounds way like better than a lot of other albums, to be honest.
Can they find the raw files for that?
Yeah, but that's because I'm guessing we all listened, or some of us will have listened to Loose Talk, and the conversations about how P Square went out of their way to actually go to like really, really top production.
Yeah, even without that conversation, you can hear it. Like you can actually hear. Compared to like a Superstar, for instance, it's very, it can be rough on the ears for many records, but I think Game Over from just the engineering standpoint is very.
Does anybody who like maybe started really paying attention to Nigerian music like around that 2010, 2011 when Wiz was popping, right? Still think Superstar is like the greatest Nigerian album. I feel like the older you get, right, you would appreciate like a Grass to Grace and a Face to Face
more than Superstar.
Over than the Superstar.
Yeah, I
feel like Superstar is very much just a young man's game. I think in terms of just being timeless across board. Like I'm not taking anything from the album, classic material, but I think as you get older, you tend to appreciate. I don't place it as my number one anymore, as how I felt when I was maybe a bit younger. Like I feel like now that I think hard about it, just looking at the musicality and everything, there's no way I would place it over a Game Over, right? Like I won't place it over a Game Over.
Good for you, Dad.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
L just wants to FC.
Yeah, I think Superstar was came at the time where nobody has seen anything like Whiskey there. So it's a classic moment that can never be replaced. So we just hold the album like that, but when you really go back, it doesn't really have that longevity. Although there are some songs that are fire inside, cool, but it's not like a Grass to Grace, bro. You go back and you are like, wow, this nigga was talking like in 2000 when that was 2005.
Yeah, no, Wiz was talking too.
There's no what. There's no what? But you were like, what? You guys are chatting so much.
No. Allow me.
There are a lot of
clips on the album, bro.
A lot of people don't mess with Superstar, man. No, that's the album.
Don't get it twisted. We are talking about a classic album, so I have to judge it highly.
But you said there's no point. There's no. Come on.
I think no. It's few. There are few. It's different from like if you go Two-Face album, that Grass to Grace, bro. If you analyze the song and see what Two-Face is saying, that's like Two-Face knows what he was doing. He was conscious with the music. But Whiskey's album is more like a freestyle and a curation and pushing different. In my opinion,
sure.
Yeah, that's true.
We know it's your opinion. We know.
Yeah, so to me, Superstar, it's a classic, undeniable. But it's
anybody that thinks that?
I think that it is. I think
based on the moment.
Sorry, Balaji, let Balaji go first.
I think it's counterproductive to try to like rank these albums, because like the same way we are making a claim for Game Over is the same way that you can make a claim for Moshe to Moit. It's the same way that you can make a claim for Nice's Gongwaso. So like these projects are like classics, and most of us have generally accepted them to be classics for a reason. So if you now start saying, "Oh,
classic
let's do a 1 to 5," it becomes opinion based. Because everybody, that, for example, the person who grew up on Wizkid's Superstar album, there's no English one to speak to that person that would make the person take Game over Wizkid's Superstar album. Another thing is your experiences when you were listening to those projects. There are some songs on Gongwaso that if I listen to, I can still remember where I was, what was happening in my life. And those experiences are attached to that album, and they will always be sentimental to me. So there's no, even when you say like in terms of musicality and whatever, just based off of those experiences at that time in my life and at that stage that I would always pick it over one another. So if you start to rank it, it becomes very, very opinion based. And that's why everybody just brackets them as classic albums. And for you to say like, for you to also say your opinion is that Superstar album is the freestyle and it's just a creation. It's also very, very, it's such a very interesting opinion.
I think it's definitely much an opinion game now, but like I'm just saying, like I feel like as I've grown.
Sorry, Taj, your mic is not consistent. You're like covering it.
Yeah, so I was saying that I definitely agree that it's an opinion game, right? Which is kind of what I just said. Like I just feel like as I've grown older, although I grew up on Wiz, right? Like I was like the prime, my prime high school years were with Wiz and everything. Wiz was my ultimate goal. But I think as I've grown older and I've gone back to listen to music just for what it is, I think it doesn't rank as high. Obviously, personal opinion doesn't rank as high as the other classics that I also know about, right?
Right.
But still obviously a classic. Like there's nothing.
Yeah, for sure. And even for anyone that would clamor or would speak high of Game Over, even as myself, like listening to Game Over, when I was like 11 at the time, it was like you're not critically listening to it. You're just like you're just a young person just enjoying and taking in the moments of the song, because again that album was a moment, right? It wasn't necessarily like just like these are albums that you were basically forced on every road trip just to plug the CD in and just go like top to bottom. You're experiencing the entire moment. So of course, yes, sentiments come back into play, but I think looking in hindsight, you can always go back to the material, the songwriting, the production quality, how much did it like predict, or how much did it dictate the future of the sound as well? Like I think those are the I guess
some critical things to look at.
Yeah, there's critical things you definitely look at in order to compare both classics, because I think we can still definitely have those conversations to compare the classics.
I think what makes Superstar, like one point I can give for Superstar, so it's not like I'm just totally biased, is that Superstar has gone ahead to shape our soundscape better than Game Over.
Yes,
I believe.
Even we're even taking it back to like a Grass to Grace, for instance. I didn't even say a Grass to Grace as in hindsight, yes, it is a pop album, but I didn't take it as a pop album. I do remember even taking it as a pop album. It was very much R&B heavy. Yes, it had some like dance or up tempo moments, but I would say Superstar fulfills more of a pop album than say a Grass to Grace, and even like Game Over in a lot of ways, because Game Over, yes, is R&B pop too, but definitely I see Superstar was just like, it was aggressive for pop. It was very aggressive.
I'll beat my chest and say that I never understood anything. Like I didn't care for Two-Face until I was an older person. Like right. Two-Face went from being an artist that I did not give two shits about to me shouting about him every single day for the past 4 or 5 years. Like I didn't like, because like I said, being a kid, even this P-Square Game Over album, it was a couple years back. Someone told me that Brogan is Game Over, and I was like, oh my god, this is an album. Like I only knew those songs in birthday parties.
In bits.
They used to spin the records. There's some I didn't hear stand up on Game Over until like maybe a couple years ago. Never heard that song before.
Right.
Do you understand? So being a kid, right?
You people are stressing me out. Because what do you mean by that?
But I'm just saying. So being a kid, I didn't take in songs as like in the context of albums, right? And because Two-Face wasn't giving me, like, there were some records that were being played at parties and stuff, but it wasn't pop as I thought as I like music to be. I didn't pay attention to a lot of things he did, right, until a couple years back, and now I believe that Two-Face is one of the greatest things since sliced bread. Like I think
welcome to the party.
I think he's like, I always say Bado is Hove, but he's also like another Hove in his own way. Like same thing with Jay-Z. When I was a kid, I would swear by every argument that Lil Wayne was a better rapper than Jay-Z. Do you understand? But I've gotten to now and I know that was very foolish.
No, but why is that foolish?
We love when people know their mistakes.
Anyway, Lost Boy, you had your hand up.
Yeah, like I agree with Balaji by saying like these classic ranking are always like opinion based and based on different like generations. Like I grew up on Game Over or Grass to Grace. Like Game Over was so good that because I was in a dance group in school that year. So like imagine like first term we are dancing to Roll It. Then
dancing
second
on
term,
the wall, bro.
Like
that shit was that shit was saying was a big reality. Almost every school in Nigeria, bro.
Please, like you can't even understand the culture.
Did that stuff in London too.
Everybody was wearing bandanas, forming tongues, breakdancing.
I used to wear my wristbands. You know those like I don't know.
The basketball like wristband. Yeah.
Bro.
Please don't talk to me unless you've attempted the Cisco thong song where you stand on each other so that you can try and get the acrobatics.
Please, I almost broke my back.
No, you're describing that logo at that point.
When I was
Don't kill me, please.
Anyway, man.
Please don't take disrespect from
Sorry, remind me, when was Kafi doing that dance-a-thon thing? What year was that?
Oh my god!
I remember Rollins and that era.
Hold on.
Kafi for the first time.
Hold on. I think that was 2006.
Was it
Let me make
6
sure.
or 5?
I remember seeing Kafi for the first time on Night of 1000 Love.
Right?
Yeah.
Night of 1000 Love was the first time I ever saw Kafi.
But yeah, she was in Roll It. She was the lead of Roll It. I can remember that one. And yeah, she was.
I remember hearing hearing about Kafi Night of 1000 Laughs. I remember seeing.
Oh yeah, I was right.
2006, right?
Yeah, it was 2006. Okay. Kafi broke the record in 2006 for Maltina Dancehall.
Right.
That was good.
Yeah, like there's even a D'banj record I only found out about this year, and I didn't know it was on that Entertainer album.
What was it?
What record?
Touch.
What was it?
I didn't take it.
What was it?
I didn't take it
now.
It was the if you decrease.
What?
I'm telling you, I didn't hear to this.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
And I've had it more like rotation since then. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I didn't hear this song.
Nah, those don't jazzy intros, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
no. That means that
Taj, wait, hold on. When did you move to Canada?
I'm trying to rotate.
The truth is that I come from a very strong Christian background, so those kind of albums were not allowed to play in my house. The mistake that my mom did was that my first iPod, she gave it to one guy in church to put music inside memory card, to put gospel music. When that guy loaded Square and loaded it, all these guys, that's how I found out about them. So he didn't really have all the complete albums and stuff, right? And then
Taj, but did you attend boarding school?
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy, and you never heard that song.
No, but then I went to all these rich man school. Trust me, we were listening to Schoolboy Q in 2011.
Schoolboy Q in 2011.
Like, we were deep, like we were like guys used to just play a lot of American music. I was the only one that used to maybe listen to a lot of local music, and there was still a cap to what I took in, right?
Damn.
Like just like maybe like, but I mean, there was some artists that have been there from day one, like Burner, because
music segregation.
No, they're definitely like, bro, like there's people in Nigeria that don't. I have friends who only probably started listening to Afrobeats in 2017.
I want Grange.
And they lived in Nigeria, grew up in Nigeria.
Green, what's it called? Let me not name drop schools. As if
don't name drop schools. No problem. But you get all those kind of schools.
Anyway, Sha. Yeah, sorry. Lost my real quick before we move.
My own classic that you people have not mentioned that is dear to my heart because I went to like all those MTN. Like MTN was holding like what I now know was an activation that year, and I got like the album CD signed. I can't even remember where I kept it. I should have held it dear to my heart. Is Olumaintain, please.
As an album.
Somebody on the streets
Fatima was dear to my heart.
As an album
was dear to my heart
on the streets recently.
Whether I define the cultural era, I don't care. If I don't care,
as an album,
that album was dear to my heart.
I don't know, man.
All right, Slickback, thank you for your contribution.
What album that people were actually dropping with a lot of the comments on that video was Faye's Independent.
Well, Faze doesn't get talked about it a lot.
I know, but I don't know, but I love that album. I remember that album faintly, to be fair, but is it in the same class of a Grass of Grace, the Gongwa?
Yeah, it is because according to
I find that rough, man.
They spoke about I know
because there's some hit songs. There's Tattoo Girl, I remember, but like
it's so funny because like before you dropped the video, right, that same week, Mossack spoke about Game Over, right, and they spoke about the 2006 Headies, or was it 7 Headies, where P Square lost out to Asha for
Asha's album.
A lot of Asha. And they called the albums in that category. And I think
it was nominated, right?
Sorry?
Yeah, it was nominated, Faze.
Yeah, I think Faze album was there.
Yeah, I remember.
Was there. Asha was there. There was somebody else that was there.
But yeah,
I can't remember the albums they were crazy.
It was a very steep year for albums. But I don't see Independent making a shout like a Gongwas or like a Game Over. I'm sorry, it's a good album, but it's not in this conversation though. Is it just me?
Can I mention an album?
It might be just you, bro. It might be just you, because I don't see
there are several albums.
Sorry, Fire Rasta has had his hand up, man.
Hold on. I think there are several albums, right, real fast, that I think this is why what Balaji said is very important.
Yeah.
Like, they are classics, right?
Yeah.
And classic is never singular. It's always plural.
Yeah.
And I think you just pick the classic that speaks to you. So Independence is not something that some of you might agree with, but it is up there. I would say that there are some things that like if I mention Super Song to you people now, some of you would be doing
Super Song, okay.
Some of you would be doing
in the Nigerian
that's
conversation.
20 no 20 that's a 2011 song, no?
That's 2011. Yeah. If I mention
investment,
the investment to me, is one of the better albums that have come out of Nigeria. But I don't know. It is like.
Wait, are you saying who?
Kel. When Kel dropped the investment, that was a great album. Like, there are some albums that stand out. Like when Genie dropped the album, the album is literally named The Album. Like, come on. There are just some things that are just classic. And I think it is fair to agree that there are some that come out on top of others.
Vilma, I disagree. No.
There are some that come out on top of others. I agree with what you just said
now.
Me, I have one very polarizing album.
There are some that come out on top of others.
Journey.
That's all I'm saying. Is that they don't all
that
have
one is not a classic, Charlie.
No, people argue this. People argue this.
OBO, that Genesis, I just
see it's Ice Prince and like a classic. Everybody loves Ice Prince.
Everybody loves
a classic
Ice
to
Prince. It's a classic to me.
Yeah, I mean,
that shit.
I don't know about that personally.
I mean,
I don't know about that.
But the thing is also, when you start saying it's a classic to me, you kind of accept everything. You kind of open the door.
Then
it's not a classic.
Then it doesn't feel.
I'm gonna say an album.
But in a hip hop context, I think it is.
Some of you are gonna act up now when I say this album, and personally, that is your business. But Jags Nation Volume 1, that Kingdom come and be Thy Nation come and be within God.
Contextual, but yes, I feel you. To any Jags fan, it's probably the best Jags project. I think it is.
And when you want to talk about
if that's a classic,
if that's a classic, then Eli has to be classic.
Everybody loves that. It has to be a classic.
Classic.
I remember this space almost scattered.
You remember when we argued that Green CEO wasn't a classic album?
That's classic. Who said that? Was it here?
Who said that?
Somebody said
No. Our argument was
no. People argue.
Our argument was a good time.
Who said that?
A good time was the argument.
Somebody argued it here, sir.
A good time was the argument.
Here that he didn't stay long enough. Blah blah blah.
No,
it's only because he died.
He didn't stay long enough. Now that
they were even comparing him with Odumodublvck.
But it's probably wait on this space. No, you people are confusing the spaces.
I'm pretty sure I can't forget.
I can't forget.
Comparing that green with
was it on this space?
Yes, somebody came and said Odumodu is better.
This is why they always dragging Emmanuel.
I swear down, I do not recall this conversation. That's how people will be coming out here to say that we said things on this page.
Don't worry about it.
But hope nobody could sign that. Hope nobody could sign that.
I would not. Bro, I don't think anybody will entertain it, bro. I don't think anybody will entertain. It's not this space, guys. There's other spaces that are running. Trust me. Trust me, it's not here that
might too.
But I just said it though.
No, but I was saying like the debates that we had for classic album, and I think it was a very, very interesting debate. Was a good time. Davido's a good time. That was one that people were like,
album. So
yeah, it's his best album, but people were having a conversation. Is it a classic? Because I remember he tweeted something around that time too about it being a classic, and it became a debate. And
that's not a classic, bro.
See, exactly. It's a very, very polarizing topic. That was the debate that we had that was heated.
I think.
I remember our songs even reaching out about it too.
Maybe Timeless would be the classic.
Please, Timeless is not better than a good time. I will never agree.
Oh God. Sorry, we've been holding on Fly Rasta.
In my opinion.
Chill. Before we enter another kind of worms, man. Let me hear from Fly Rasta, my fellow genius. What's up, bro?
Alpha Power, Papi, Taj, Belema, everyone. How you doing? What's up? Okay, quickly. The thing is that I think everyone knows music is subjective, you know. Yeah. I think it's always funny when people try to always repeat it when a certain argument is being made. Art is generally subjective, you know. So, but I think we know what classics are. I think we just start naming I think everyone started naming their best albums. I just wanted to be classic because, like, you can have a favorite album, doesn't like. And we know, and they, you know, you have to do a whole speech before you now say, okay, you guys, I know this is, you know, so you already know. It's like, and I think, in as much, like, you can say, yeah, it's subjective, of course, but we know, like, that's why someone will not say Portable as a classic album. Like, if they subject, like, you know, someone, like, but we know. So I think we need to be, but I agree with what Tad said about Get Squared album, bro. Like, and I think, but I still think Game Over is probably more of a classic, you know, but I think Get Squared too, like, you know, when passing Superstar, Get Squared to me, you know, generally, I think most people that really listen to it could really understand, like, we are aware when listening to those albums. You know, Get Squared is more of a classic than Superstar Wizkid. Because if you see the track list, like, I think what Game Over did was solidify P-Square stuff. But if P-Square didn't drop Game Over, Get Squared would be a proper classic. It would be one of their, like, because that album is, like, bonkers. Like, regardless of, like, the songs there, like, even the conscious songs with Oga Police, even the, like, he had songs for the kids. Yeah. He has that song with them.
The intro.
I got a story.
Like, So it was a well-rounded, like, he had the heartbreak songs. He had everything, like, bro. Like, so if P-Square didn't drop Game Over, Get Squared would be the classic. And, like, Get Squared, like, you know, that, like, bro, you know, so P-Squared did his thing.
They can have two classic, bro. They can have two classic.
No, they do. No, I'm saying they actually do. I'm now saying Get Squared is even more of a classic than Wizkid. If you're saying holistically, like with everything that happened,
do you think
time.
Okay,
for sure?
I understand. Wait. Let's slow down. I understand what you're saying, though. But in terms of comparison of Superstar and Get Squared, which do you think is, I guess, more influential?
Influential is
Wizkid.
I know.
I know. Influential is Wizkid because now we're on the Afrobeats thing. We're on that Afrobeats thing that was like pioneered this phase we are at that was pioneered by Wizkid, you know. Two-Face had a phase that was like pioneered to some degree, you know. There are so many people down there like Two-Face. Even Kenny signed the new Two-Face. You had people like, you know. So I think in this Afrobeat thing is Wizkid, of course. So yeah, we give them that because I think P-Square was one of one. You know, we had people that tried to be like B-Square, like Deep. There's a guy, I don't know if you guys know Deep. There's a guy that came like Deep. He called himself Deep that tried to do like P-Square. Yeah, but P-Square was like one of one, you know. So them things, you know. I
think in terms of influence, you will not find more than 4 albums that you place over Superstar. Like, you won't find.
Yeah.
Like, is there any?
It's too glaring.
Is there any in this modern era? Is there any like that album? That album people want that, bro.
We're living in an era, so we can't count any results in terms of influence. Let's look back.
Yeah, and talking about. Yeah, and also I think the other reason why albums back then was really, really big because I think that time was the era of albums. To the extent that MTN dropped an album. MTN has a classic album, my guy. I don't know if you guys remember MTN. MTN was selling SIM cards and they dropped a fire album. Like, you know, so the industry was like...
That was true.
No. If you're all like, like it was classic, or like, you know, people knew the songs. Or MTN dropped an album. When you buy SIM, maybe SIM was like 50K or whatever, they're selling those fucking ripoffs. guys. But there was an album there, you have to play the song. Of course, when you spend that kind of money for SIM card, you must play all the songs. It was nice marketing, I guess. So I think that time was an era of classics, Yeah, so I think, and also I think the first time I saw Cafe was with Lexi Do. I think there was one song.
Like some. Yes. So, that's fire.
But yeah, shout out.
Yeah, Cafe, man, that's a go. Definitely should have a moment for Cafe. Like, and she's still out here, bro. Anyway, yes, Balaji. Oh no, sorry, Pixel. Thanks, Floresta.
Okay. Well, to be very honest, everybody will have their own mind of what a classic is. For me, what may I really just believe is that, most of the songs or the albums or projects that would call classics, like Mano rightly said, it's not because of we listened to them, we saw, okay, the lyrics here is very mad or anything, but it's just something that you just enjoyed and there was a moment you really had, or there were moments that were surrounding that album or EP, and they are just memories you get. So for me personally, right, I was probably 9 or 10 when Wizkid came out. So trust me, see, Wizkid was the bomb that era. Primary school parties, dance, that holla at your boy. I know the video had this whole school routine and everything. It was just every guy in primary school wanted to be a Wizkid. If you were around that era, just trust me, everybody wanted to be
and just to add to your point, I remember going to a house party that solely played Superstar, top to bottom, as the records for the house party, and it was time of our lives.
To be very honest, it's and after that whole album, something that never happened in Nigeria before, so many artists started sounding like Wizkid. So Wizkid's, what's the name of the album? Superstar was a sonic change for the whole of Nigeria. It was just so different because there was no one that had that sound before. So it was something fresh. That's what they call a revolutionary album. And for me, I might have my own personal bias because, to be honest, I was literally 9. So basically, that's when I had sense to say, okay, this is the kind of music I really like. I could now decide, okay, this is something I like. So Wizkid was basically my first favorite artist. Do you get? So for P Square and all that, those ones, we listen to them. We would always listen to Doomy, listen to, those guys are legendary people, So they also have a space in my heart. But Wizkid was just different during my era. It was just totally different.
So you're 9 when
everybody
Wizkid
have their definition for classic.
So I just to say your faves were not dropping video albums, Sha.
No, P Square, when it came to strategy too, bro, they were one of one.
Well, true. Maybe that one too was also a factor, really. But to move to modern classics now, I don't know about you people, but I guess we can all agree to a large extent that Fireboy's debut album is a classic. Abi?
No,
yes.
No.
Wait, who's saying
this kind of conversation?
I think
no. Why
you
not
can say yes. No.
I have a question.
No, you can say yes, but not now. If you're talking about P Square and Superstar, if you don't say it now, wait small.
I understand. That's why you put the asterisk and said modern classic. But
wait, Emmanuel. So this is too early. Why I raised my hand?
Sorry.
Which was to ask that, when we talk about classics, we usually don't talk about up to the last decade, 2014, 2013 ish. And do you think that nostalgia plays a role in the fact that we consider the older ones more classic than the newer ones?
Nope,
so for example, Made in Lagos now, right? Like a Made in Lagos or like a Bonner's African Giant. Do you think, and this is to everybody, that there can ever be a conversation where you would agree that an African Giant is over a P Square's Game Over?
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree.
It can agree.
But
no, I can't agree because it's not. Nobody can agree. Is it?
It can
you say I can agree. How?
It can happen
because one Grammy.
It was based on the conversation I also brought up.
Is better than Game Over, bro.
How?
In the conversation that I brought up,
it's better.
My guy.
The conversation I brought up in the beginning, right? When I said like I love Superstar back in the days, but as I've grown older, I've tended to realize that it doesn't rank high in classical. It just depends on musicality, right? I think you can still judge the musicality many years from now and say, okay, someone can still look at African Giant and look at Game Over and be like, I think African Giant is a better album
it's possible.
than Game Over. I don't think that's outrageous.
It's not better. It's a classic, more of a classic album. I say classic. It's not better.
Okay, by more
the reason why I asked is we are removing the age element.
It's just the better classic.
No, better classic is no. Classic goes hand in hand. It goes to the cultural impact and goes to the material itself. Right?
Yeah, we're just critiquing the material.
Yeah, so if we're just critiquing the material, we can definitely compare those two albums. Definitely
compare AG to
How? Every song on Game Over was a hit. Every song on African Jazz is not a hit. There's bigger song like
not every.
By hit? Is it by
what do you mean by not every?
You want to say it's hit?
No. I'm saying so is it by Grammy? So it's by Grammy. What music? Like if you guys are young, and it's fine to be young, but I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, what are you talking about?
I was there when Game Over dropped.
Sorry. We kind of just had like a.
No, this one wasn't me. It was my
it was warranted because there was a whole like wave of. Anyway,
Fly Rasta said that you people, there's no crime in being young. Just accept it.
Wait, but here's the thing though. I don't think anybody. I think for us, I kind of answer Bolaji's question. I think the
reason I brought that question up was also
no one says Maintain's album is better than African Giant. No one says Remedy's album is better. Like, bro, don't stop. You gotta keep saying nostalgia. I didn't know what dropped albums back in the day.
You know how you said
Zulu dropped an album. Zaki Azzie dropped an album. Like Aladdin, the guy from the north, dropped an album. Like, what are you talking about? Who said it's better African Giant? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're young.
No, some of us are beg. Wait.
We don't know those records, bro.
If you're talking about that old albums drop. Like,
wait. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand Fly Rasta's point though. Are you saying the fact that there's such a gap in time difference that we cannot compare?
No. I'm never saying that. I'm saying that people like to make it when you say an old album is better than a new album. They like to throw the chip to nostalgia. When you say this, you say it's subjective. When you say this, you say it's men.
Okay,
like,
so
can
you hear someone argue that African Giant could be better than a Game Over?
No, you can say no. Well, no, we can. See, we're talking about classics. I can hear it from an age. Like Pixel saying Wizkid. You can't lie and say something he didn't hear is better. If they ask people about Kingston, like, you can't lie. So I understand. But don't act like Pixel said he didn't hear it and he didn't know it. So yes, but don't act like you know it and compare. You can't compare what you don't know. Say, I like this album. But don't say, people that heard it, that heard both of them, that were conscious, you now say it's nostalgia. Like, what does that mean? You heard both of them.
First time, I don't think we're...
What if we had both and we prefer?
Yeah, I'm not arguing anything there.
Like, no. You can prefer. No, Taj, I'm not. No, Taj, I get you. No. I said it can be an argument. No, but I'm saying I'm just sticking to the topic. I'm not saying better. I'm saying we're talking about classics. So if you are saying people now say that they won't say African Giant is more of a classic than Guess Squad because of nostalgia. That's false. Like, don't say what you might because of nostalgia.
So he spoke about nostalgia in terms of the material, right? Now you might be more attached to the because here, forget the fact that they are both impactful. Nobody's arguing which one had a bigger impact or not. Where people feel like sometimes nostalgia comes to the basis the music, right? But we're now saying that can somebody be of age now and say, okay, let me look at these two albums critically, musically. Forget about nostalgia. Just look at the music from both of them. And can I argue that AG is better than Game Over? Now, we didn't want to argue it. We just said, can that be an argument?
No, of course. Burna Boy, to me, they're more talented than P-Square. That's different. P-Square copying again. Like, we can say the truth. But yeah, of course, Burna Boy, to me, they're more talented than P-Square.
That's basically
right. Yeah, exactly. So, I think we're good.
Thank God you always in nostalgia thing. You can actually objectively look at them and say, okay, this one is a better project than that one, even though one is an older project. That's all Bolaji is saying. So nobody's arguing it. Nobody, bro. You can't argue that now.
Sorry, Ginger.
Everybody's already bossed.
Anyway.
Nobody's going to argue that.
Yeah, we're good. Ginger, what's up, man? Ginger, are you there?
Yeah, I'm good. What's up? How you doing, man?
We're good. I'm sure you have a lot to, as our most experienced and, will I say,
no start with
encyclopedia.
No start with
finish. Sorry.
No start with finish.
I was just saying, what are your thoughts on that?
Anyway. First off, what's it called? I think all of the pointers, if you want to state your classics and all.
Sorry.
Can you guys hear me?
Somebody was singing just now.
It's hell is the one.
Just leave L alone.
Hell.
With the jai, they drink Gary pẹ̀lú ẹja, máa jayé lọ.
That's life.
Anyways, soft life. Now, what's they talk now? They chop soft life. Ẹja kíká to make sense. Anyways, shout out to you, man, Emmanuel, for coming up with that stuff. That was amazing stuff. People don't often give P Square their flowers. I think Spotify did one nonsense that really pissed me off. They were doing some list. They didn't put P Square in that list, and I was like, these people. Yeah, they didn't. They skipped P Square, and the Nigerian boys when they that Spotify house now then do that rubbish. It go be said now. Children they bought 2001, 2002. Now then did that place go they write that list. Rubbish. That's one. Two.
Sorry, real quick, just before you move to your next point.
It's true.
Yeah, before you move to your next point, on the thoughts of, because I know you just said on the thoughts of putting the Game Over video out. I put out the a video earlier before that Game Over video for not Mission to Point, Bumper to Bumper, and I don't know if you guys know Jesus from he used to move around on Twitter very lot. Do you guys remember Jesus? Does anyone know who I'm talking about? Like he was basically a Nigerian guy that was running.
Yeah, the guy that
was running. On TikTok.
He's in Canada now, dude.
Yeah, he's in Canada. He's in Canada.
The one with Thief Music.
Huh?
No.
Jesus rebranded as an American.
No, he was running American Twitter for like a hot minute, man. But anyway, he saw the Bumper to Bumper video and actually even pushed for Game Over for me to make a video on Game Over. So now I was like, okay, I already had in mind to do some videos, but yeah, it was when I really like triggered let's move on Game Over, and I was like, yeah, like fuck yeah, Game Over is that album. When I went back to it, so yeah, for sure. So I wanted to add that in to give him some of the push for it. But yeah, so on your second point.
So what would say is you see how people have described some of the albums that shaped how they were growing up or how they were blah 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 blah. Yeah. And this is how these albums were to us, like what they did for us, like at the time. Like I could say that P Square were my secondary school era, like what a view you get. Wizkid came in when I was in uni already and stuff, so I could tell what he brought and the kids how they were loving ways. So you could see how the different side was shaping the different era in ages and the bracket and what have you. And people were trying to sideline Phase. I don't know why you were trying to remove Phase from the conversation.
But
Phases
independent.
Phases, let me just give you a very small hint about Phases Kolo Mental.
Bro, it's not me you're telling Kolo Mental now.
Kolo Mental dropped.
Bro, it's not me you're telling Kolo Mental. I was alive.
See, the whole of, I don't even know, like the entire Niger.
Yeah.
There's no way you will pass that Kolo Mental. When originality, you will hear people in AJ say originality.
Originality is not on that album.
Start to decrease which one?
Is it originality is not on Independent?
No.
Was it the next one?
It's not on Independent.
Was it Independent or the other one?
It was originality was later.
The next album.
Yeah, it was. I remember it was later from the Kolo Mental run, Sha.
Originality is his own album. Like the name of the album is Originality.
Yeah, there's a song called Originality too.
Yeah, and then
I think Originality was the first one he did after they disbanded.
Is it the first one or the second or the one before Independence or after Independence?
No, I think Independence was the first. No.
Independent came before.
No, his first album was Phase Alone. Now, was it not Phase Alone?
Was Phase Alone? I think
Phase Alone. Yes,
Phase Alone was the first one there. But right now, Spotify is not helping with the.
It's all over the place on Spotify. You can't look on. Yeah, so it was Phase Alone, Independent, Originality.
The first one, I know that for sure.
So it was Phase Alone, Independent, Originality.
Yeah. And those videos he was shooting in those era that he was shooting in South Africa.
I remember Kolo Mental video was engraved in my head. I remember that one.
See,
Of him in the asylum, just going crazy.
It was a phenomenon. Yeah. And he wasn't just a phenomenon. He was everything. He was delivering on songwriting, on everything, like on both vocals, both lyricism. It had everything. Phase was everything. Like had everything. Like if you listen to those love songs that he had,
I understand what you mean.
Those love songs that he had, you would know that this guy had all the package, like everything.
Yeah.
And for P Square has a double. For me, I would say it's double classic because Get Squared and Game Over was the shit. What Get Squared did, people were literally doing choreography to Get Squared. You go wear hand glove, they do choreography to get to the songs of Get Squared. Hands down, like that was how influential and how big what's it called, P Square's album were. And what P Square did was not just dominate us in Nigeria, they were dominating the entire continent, like literally, like they held the entire continent spellbound. Those guys were playing stuff in Gambia, playing stuff in like Burundi and co. Like they were just doing gigs in places where you'd be wondering how the fuck is Nigerian music being big as selling out like stadiums and arenas in these places. So yeah, they shaped, literally they were like the shit for us, and you can't take that away.
Ginger, I agree. It's a great album. It had hits. It had an impact for sure. Okay, for
a major impact
for independent.
What Wizkid Superstar did was
that's not my question, give.
So why Wizkid Superstar was a major.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Ginger, you might say something.
I was asking you because you kind of challenged my independent like argument, right? So I was like, I'm just asking, like, yes, it's a good album, right? But are we seeing it in the same tier of the Grass to Grace of a Game Over? Even within that era, like, is it on that level to be as comparable as those other albums?
Yes, Phase is on that level as well.
Independent.
Honestly, is that album is up there. It's up there. Very
Ginger,
much.
Relax, my guy. You say very much. Relax. Name 5 songs from independent album right now. Name 5 songs, my guy. Relax.
Bro.
Relax. You can't compare independent to Grass to Grace. Yeah, come on.
No, not to Grass to Grace.
That's my question, though.
Calm down.
That's what I said that you're challenging. Yeah.
No. You say is it like?
Is it on the same tier?
I'm not saying it's ranking above.
But is it even within the same tier?
Grace? No. But if you're saying is it classic or something? Yes, it is.
No. They say I did the same. No. That's not the question. I did the same on the same level.
Obviously, because of how Two-Face, because of what Two-Face was to everybody at the time, and plus Two-Face was the Beyonce of that group. Two-Face is seen as exceptional. It's the same thing what Kelendra is suffering from. That's Kelly Rowland is suffering from. It's the same thing what Face is suffering from. It's not like,
okay, so you're making my point then, that he's suffering from something.
That's what it was. What did you say?
I think you're making my point by saying he's suffering from something. Because it's not comparable.
That literally,
if he made a classic, he won't be suffering.
That's what Face.
Anyway,
no,
let's move on to your next point. Sorry, let's move on to
people who look at him, let me tell you, Flying Star, people still don't look at, regardless of how great everything he did, people will still be looking at it from the angle of, oh, Two-Face is fucking greater because Two-Face was the Beyonce of the group, obviously.
Right.
So they won't see the work, the everything, the essence of what Phase was, or what Phase delivered in his album.
Okay, let's move on from the Phase then.
No, Ima will move on, but Ginger, you're right in the sense of, at that point in time, Ginger, like, Phase have some support, so I get what you're saying, but there was the time Phase had the PR that people were saying, oh, Phase is the best singer, like, can really sing, and people were really rooting for him, so they don't act like, people like saying that sing,
to be fair,
there were times people were pushing the PR.
Two-Face had the Chinese music now. They were the
I'm not saying it's fault. I agree with you, Ginger. I agree with you. I'm not saying it's fault. I'm just saying, like, don't make it look like people were just neglecting it because they're looking
at it. Let me not tell you something. Let me not give you this thing. Do you know that when Grass to Grace dropped, Kelly's Music did what they call the first ever album that had sweepstakes, 1 million naira sweepstakes. When you buy the album, you scratch it, you can win ₦1 million. That was what Two Faces Grass to This album was being promoted with. And Faith didn't have that.
Right.
Do you see the difference now? So everything was on a better scale for him. That's the first album to have a sweepstake in Nigerian history. Go check it. You see it. Like people, you go, they scratch the album so they go feel win. That was the idea of buying Two Faces record at the time.
Okay.
So there was no way a Face would have would have gotten to that where they
that was my point. Anyway,
that was what he suffered from.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes. I think you're validating a lot of my premise. I think you're just making rather like points for why it is what it is. But my point is it is what it is. But yes, let's move on. You are going on the second point about Superstar real quick.
Yeah. I was going to talk about Superstar, right? So what Superstar did was not just to give what's it called, the young people at the time, like the entire the age grade that was coming up at that time. What he was like 19, I think he was 19 when he dropped. I think he was 19 or so. Yeah, he was a teenager. I know he hadn't turned 20. I think he was 19 or 18 or something when he dropped.
19 was 19. 19,
Wiz was 19. Wiz was 19. Yes.
19. So you could tell that he was a teenage star. He was a teenager, and every teen / kids at that time wanted, like, they were like, okay, this kid is just like us and he's at this level, literally, even including the Davidos, including everybody. Like, they were like, if this guy can do it, then all of us can do it. Like, the young ones could do it. Like, we could break into the cycle, because at the time, for you to actually break into like mainstream and become like big, I think you would have hit like maybe 25, 20, 26, 20, like around that period before you possibly be like as huge as a superstar busting out. He named the album Superstar, and he was literally a superstar, like superstar for real.
Yeah.
And he was everywhere. So that actually like changed that era, changed everything, and actually evolved up to this.
Are you saying that Davido was influenced by Wizkid?
For sure.
Of course, now.
He said it.
He has said it too now.
For sure. He said it.
He has said it too.
No, this one is not like
Do you concur?
No. He said it. He said, no, there's an interview.
No. Ginger, we know he said it. Trust me.
There's not like...
Yeah.
No, there's actually an interview where he said it himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't mince words. So he said it. He said when he came back to Niger, he was like, there's this young guy doing this stuff. His name is Wiz. He was like, bro, me self he do him now.
Yep.
Like, this guy is doing this stuff. Like, yeah. So like every young person at the time, Wiz was like, if Wiz was dominating at his age, then we could actually do it. So yeah, kind of like inspired an entire movement from there on, basically.
To the point where you could see the template, like time and time again.
You could see it, like, you could see it, like, everybody.
It got annoying.
Everybody was trying to even make the record, like trying to make those records as well.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, thank you so much for that. I think we've had a good round of classic shouts. I think it's very, very fun to talk about old albums and we get to revisit them. But I wanted to bring up a more recent, updates regarding the people that, or the 9-year-olds of today or 10-year-olds of today would be looking back at the album and probably having, maybe somewhat similar conversations. We have Shallipopi and Odumodublvck. We have Shallipopi and Odumodublvck linking up, man, for a tour in the US. I'm sure you guys have seen the promotional videos for it, the clips for it, the dates and everything. How are you feeling? Because honestly, I think that's epic. I think they are definitely capitalizing on a solid run for both their breakouts last year. And they already have a smash hit song attached to it. So I think it only makes sense. But are we starting to see a new, the breeze of collaboration now blowing on the scene? Is this going to be something?
I was going to ask, please, does anybody know, the capacity of the venues that they are doing?
Except we
sit down
and check the dates. Except sit down and check the dates.
Is it the hold on one second?
Because
Is
like
it for
Berman, the
New York
American.
or for New York?
Oh, so it's not similar for all of them. Not similar for.
It's not the same size for all of the places. So like the place they're doing in Dallas, like it's not the same size.
Like
all of them.
What about the one? The one they're doing in Dallas? What's the?
Hold on, let me even pull up the
I think we just need to pull up the locations and then
because I think where they're doing in Dallas is what's the name of this?
Because I know that they also announced the Toronto days, but I don't know the venue that they are doing. I was curious to see.
Yeah, in Toronto context, I'm curious what they would go for.
I'm thinking like they can do a history.
History 5K?
No, history is not 5K.
Yes, it is. Well, it can be 5K.
No, it's not. It's 2K5.
Are you sure? You're probably right, actually.
They're doing. I just peeped it. They're doing House of Blues in Dallas and House of Blues in Houston, and the capacity. So here's the thing: House of Blues has different layouts. So Buju did House of Blues, but I think the room he used was 400-500 people. And Adekunle Gold did House of Blues, but I think the room he used was close to 1,000 people. Okay. But it can hold up to the biggest holds about 2,500.
It seems like that's the amount that they would do, which is crazy. Like that's like
so 2,500.
Only collaboration could do that for both of them. That 2K 2K5 venues are like across.
Yeah,
no, but New York is 1,000. Why are they doing 1,000 for New York? They could do more, I feel.
So my understanding is the place they picked in New York and the place they picked in Maryland, Silver Spring, both of them sold out one date.
Exactly, because that's a small venue.
Second date, because they can definitely do 2K.
That's a small venue, yeah. Because 1K is too small.
But then again, you also have to think about what's the price of the venue.
True.
Exactly.
Where the dates are available. Where the dates are available, like all these.
No, but then the dates are clearly available because they've
booked them.
They booked another one.
No, that's what I'm saying is that when you say they could have picked a bigger venue, what if the bigger venue didn't have those dates available?
Oh, I see.
But anyway, so they had to go with somewhere else that had the date available, but it was smaller.
Okay, so yeah, leaving the number games. Yes, it looks like roughly around 2.5 is the average size of many of the because I saw I think Uptown Theater in Minneapolis was like 3K or so, which is quite interesting for Minneapolis. I didn't even know Minneapolis was anyway. But anyway, yeah, they're doing a 2.5 rough average. For many of these cities. How are we feeling about joint tours? Because I don't know, in my recent history of tours, I don't think we've seen much of two breakout artists in a year going out together. I don't know, have you ever had a situation like this? Not to my recollection, but anyway, how are we feeling about it? Lost Boy, what's up?
Oh yeah, I actually think that this is the this is what the international collaborations are for, like the Virgin, the Def Jam, things are for pushing the music to the diaspora. So
sorry, hold that thought. Sorry, I know Shallipopi is. I don't think is there any foreign.
Yeah, Virgin is
in this matter.
Virgin is with Dapper.
Oh, okay. Wait, when was this?
Last year. This was last year.
Okay. Nice. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So these are I feel like it's good for them. 1.5 years ago, he would not even be thinking that he'd probably be doing this. But you just have a multiverse of madness that is going on in the Nigerian entertainment scene right now. Even Kai said is even in Nigeria. Different teams.
Wait, what did you just say? It's in Nigeria.
This Kai streamer now.
Kai
Sinat.
Right.
Femi Omowere. They called that man Femi Omowere and started dancing, and I don't think they explained
Taj, are you
what
serious?
that means.
Well, you know what that is, Abby?
What kind of question is that?
Okay, I wasn't sure now.
Lost boy, continue.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lost Boy. It's the way you said it. I didn't hear. Anyway.
Yeah. So I was saying this is like good for the industry, and like but what I'm just like very curious about is how they are going to draft their set lists.
That set list, I'm curious
because I can't imagine just switching from Edo cast then to water seasoning, or like what's going, like who is going to come first.
Here's my prediction.
I think Odumodu
is opening. I think it's gonna come first. Let me not say opening. Let me not say opening.
Yeah, but you know, performing.
Close on cast.
Yeah, they'll close.
Yeah,
of
but
course.
Performing. Yeah, but you know, if it's a tour and they're showing they're performing, they don't have to sing it how it is on the record. Like, they're performing track. Like, it can be a different twist. They don't have to sing exactly the same tempo. And, you know, it can just be any twist, and it can be something different.
Yeah, I'm very curious how they do it. I really want, and I hope. Belem, are you gonna? Did they have a Dallas date? They do.
Yes, and from what I can tell, I just looked at all the locations. Dallas is the biggest one.
It makes sense.
I think they're doing 2 days in Dallas, right?
No, just 1 day. Dallas is the biggest one. Even Houston is given capacity of like 1.5, maybe 1.5. So
I kid you not, if they announce Opera, Emmanuel, in Toronto by
Opera, Opera is gone.
They will do 3 days.
Opera is gone for them now.
They will do 3 days. If they should just go for history straight. Because if they go for anything like in 1K, they might actually do 3 days.
No. Opera will clear quick. But yeah,
I know, man.
Also, I just want to say, like, I've seen Odumodu perform. He's okay. But
yo, that was too much shade.
He's okay now, like he's okay. Like, for
it was just funny how you said it, bro. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, who is an upper coming artist, Odumodu?
He's not an upper coming. Please now, please, busy bush dog.
I know it's not today. He started singing, but
who's upper coming?
But new cats.
Odumodu is a legend.
Yeah, legend for some
people.
Yeah,
that's the new cats. So, but like,
it's an upper coming funny, bro.
What I'm curious about is the you know, like anytime he comes on stage, like 500 people are with him. I wonder whether they are going to do that. Then Shallipopi is not really the best performers.
You say Shallipopi is the better performer? Is that
what no,
somebody say it's not really the best of performers.
She Fat Boy, he gave visa and the rest. All of them will be able to.
Oh, stop no.
Like, I'm just saying, like, they all know.
Stop now. Come on.
I'm not, like, I'm saying, like, I don't think they plan to carry the whole gag. Like,
why? They show for face. They show for face. Why Fat Boy?
Why Fat Boy cannot go there?
Like that. Hey, you guys have decided to pay this in the bad rights. Like, I'm just saying that regardless, like, it will be feasible for them to carry everybody.
What? Anyway.
But that's like part of his stage presence, quote unquote.
Odumodu wasn't early for Grammy weekend. We don't see all of them for stage.
Oh, stop.
That's
different now.
Wait. Somebody that said Odumodu they pack plenty people. He did a gig in Port Harcourt just this weekend. He was alone on stage now. He didn't have people.
A gig versus his show.
You get where you go.
Yeah, he performed for Chow. Yeah. What did you say?
A gig versus a show is different.
A gig and a show is different, Chow.
No. He did a show in.
Yeah, we're talking about his tour. Yeah. Anyway, Sha.
Oh no, Tour. Oh, his tour. You want him to pack those boys to come stand for stage? They jump up and down.
If doesn't carry them on store, when you can carry them?
Is that the craftsmanship? Wait. Is that the craftsmanship in his?
Why not?
Yes.
Men
Boku will be like the rice. That's the whole thing. Men Boku will be like rice.
Ginger is like as if you are not listening to Odumodu well.
You people, you are trolling, Shao. That's what I know.
The only song where you perform. That's what I'm asking.
Be color now, be color.
Oh, bro, there's everything about Odumodu.
His own thing that can go where guys.
Yeah, that's his entire thing, bro.
Anyway, he can't do that. It's policy.
Industry sentiment.
But this will humble you.
Hold on. So, what happens if all the guys don't get visa? What if he just goes to every city?
I don't understand.
This visa thing, we should not drag it. Guys, sorry. Let's not drag this visa thing. It was just a slight comment from like.
It's not fine.
Let's move on from the visa fee.
Like, let me actually finish my statement. What if they can't get visa? It would be a smart idea if every city he went to, he just, got a couple guys.
Yeah, rent some. No. You can get another fat boy.
Rent some. You don't have to rent anybody. Just look for niggas. They will come.
Emmanuel, where they want rent men?
Free ticket. Men, but they go
men different from boys.
Hello. They go they go find guys for backstage. Right. They go on stage now.
Boys to men are still men.
They just need to carry like that their hats packed like a lot on the road.
Hey, don't just say that their hats.
Every city he
gets
No. Let's be respectful on that hat. So it's not just dust and hat.
It's not everybody that's meant to be wearing that hat.
Easy go on now.
I don't get why. I did not selling it.
I know, but there's a cultural sentiment to it, though.
Yeah, not.
So I can't wait.
No, not like you cannot wear it, though. I'm just saying. But yeah.
Wait, you said people cannot wear that hat?
No, they can wear it, of course. Why would people not wear it? I'm just saying there is a cultural sentiment to who wears it, actually.
Can they wear the shirt?
As in how?
As I'm confused.
I'm no expert on it. But
can they wear like the shiesty version? The one that
no. Forget the normal one. Like why can't
people like what? No, okay. It's connected to the origin. Like, wait. You're not even giving me a chance to expand on what I'm saying. It's down to the cultural origin of it. It was for warriors at the time, essentially. And Odumodublvck himself has explained it that he's going to war. That's the entire sentiment. That's the mentality he wants to be in. Hence why he wears the hat. So usually it's even women don't wear it. Anybody else don't wear it. Usually like there's the warriors, actual warriors.
Which one? Which one? Which hat? Which one?
Why are you asking which hat?
Which hat? Which hat?
No.
Wait,
Ginger. You know what we're talking about.
Okay, first of all, it's not a cap, it's a hat. That's specifically what they call it.
A hat, cap, whatever. You shall wear for head. You shall cover head. What's it called? Now that's the way they wear for head. Now they say.
Okay.
Wait, Ginger. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You can't be that insensitive now.
What you're edging towards now.
Come on, bro. Like,
don't do that.
That sounds wild.
This is not the place. This is not the time. Don't do
that.
Wait,
isn't Ginger? I thought Ginger was
I don't care what Ginger is. Don't do that.
I do anyway, man. Yeah,
don't
Ginger.
Do it.
That's definitely foul, bro.
If you want to ask questions, listen to answers. Don't do it.
Again, if someone has more insight, I forget the actual name.
It's called an okwagu.
Okwagu, yes,
thank you.
Basically,
what it is that it is a woven hat that is meant to represent the leopard. That is what it is about. Now, if somebody has chosen to wear it and he understands the meaning of what he's doing, and the people around him that are following him do not understand the meaning, that is a whole different conversation. If people want to wear the hats,
No, but I think you guys are blowing that out of proportion.
No, Ginger was going to say, you could definitely see what he was saying. He was asking what were we talking about, bro?
They can wear the hat, but
it's fair. Like it's
okay. Wait. Let's go easy on this mute. Let's go easy on this mute. Like, yo, this is not. Hey, listen. Let's not.
Please, let's not do that. If people want to wear the hat and they do not understand the meaning, that is fair, right? Yeah. If everybody wants to wear the hat. That is your own prerogative. The discussion was that, and what Emmanuel specifically said was that it has cultural significance. Now, if you do not understand the cultural significance, it is up to you to do your work. I have tried to explain. Emmanuel has explained to the best of his ability. We have done that. Now, if you think that is not important to me, I will wear the hat. I will do it. It is not it. That is fine. Nobody's saying you should not wear the hat. If you want to wear the hat, wear the hat. But what we will not do is disrespect people's cultural significances. That is what was about. Don't do that.
Of course. Yes. I think that's the main thing we're trying to resist from Ginger. Because I feel Ginger was going No. I felt Ginger was going somewhere like it's not just that. I felt like it was going into that.
You guys just attacked him because
that's not what he said. You guys attacked him.
No, he didn't say it.
Let him say it. They're putting words in his mouth.
Wait.
Moving on.
Yeah, guys.
Moving on.
Let's move on.
First off.
Okay, Ginger, you want to say something? Yeah, of course.
Yes, first off, why are you muting me consistently? That's 1. 2. I wasn't even saying anything about it. Is my fucking culture, and I'll tell you.
That's what I was like about to say. Like, it's not Ginger, no evil.
2. So no, see, it's like Abeti Aja, that cap that the Yorubas wear. Is the same filler for us. Like, is our own, is what completes our attire as well. Like when you wear the shago, you now wear that cap.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So it's not like there's one Guinea Amadio had is on it. No, now there's nothing like.
Yeah, like you said, but I mean,
that's what I was very confused.
I don't get it.
Is the same like the way Abeti Aja is to the Yorubas is the way
Ginger, forget Abeti Aja, normal cap. There's cultural relevance. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know the African history, normal cap, putting it to the side, to the left or to the right, has cultural relevance. So don't make it a big
guys, we don't need to be raising voices now. Let's relax. It's not that. I don't think anybody was coming with the posture of like, no anybody can wear it. I was just throwing in there as just an asterisk on the conversation. It's not just any hat. That's all. Like, it's not a matter of chasing each other.
It was just very funny because when I was like, are they not selling it publicly?
Yeah, of course they're selling it, and I don't even think it was brought up to say and like nobody can wear it. It's not.
I'm gonna push back on that statement. Are they not selling it publicly? Are they not selling Confederate flags publicly?
Yeah, some things are commercialized, of course.
Are they not selling Nazi stickers publicly? Does that mean you should buy it?
No, everyone has culture. It's not even to have culture.
I don't think we need to.
Publicly, you can just move on.
Fire star, bro.
Take it to a tribalist conversation, bro. You can just project it. I'm tired of the tribal wars, bro.
Fire star. Nobody's fighting here. Let's breathe, bro. Let's breathe, my bro.
Like, why the energy?
Let's breathe.
Everything has cultural significance.
That's all.
And what I was pushing back on was.
But you muted an Igbo man to tell him about his culture when you're not Igbo, belly man. Like, he looks wrong.
Wait.
I think what they are basically saying is, we know that everybody has freedom to do whatever they decide. They're just informing you that there's also the cultural aspect. It's up to you if you want to do or you don't want to do. Obviously,
like
nobody knows each other.
Does not mean
guys, this wasn't supposed to be a heavy thing. I think it's
all this one now is because they did not give people visa to come for
Bolaji. If I add you to my groomsman list, you go wear them. Sure, you know.
And if you add
me, nothing will happen to you. And now they tell me now.
These people.
Fire star, bro.
Like, all these guys are not warriors, so you cannot say culture. Are they warriors?
Wait. I think the point
guys, we don't need to yell. This is not a yelling. This is not a shouting argument, bro. You don't need to get there.
Guys, please, let's just move in. I'll say this, right? Emmanuel and Belema, you guys alluded to this thing being deeper than what it was. Nobody.
No, okay. So
you guys alluded to something.
Absolutely.
Okay, Belema, wait.
I will stop him there. No.
You guys just take a
Let's move on. Jesus is Lord.
One of the biggest issues we've had in the past couple of weeks is people say that we are not stepping in and making sure that things are clear, right? So while I agree that it is not something where, like he said, Amadioha is going to come and strike you down. I get it. That is fine. But we will speak what is important, right? So if people find it culturally significant, we will make it clear that we acknowledge that. Now it is up to you to do what you want with that. Nobody said he's being tribalistic. I cannot tell somebody.
I don't even think anybody was getting.
What I said
to tribalistic
is that do not say that, oh, what cultural significance is there? They are selling it. So they sell a lot of things. Does not mean you should buy it. Just calm down.
Okay, guys. I think we're all on the same page.
Before they said that we were not putting disclaimer. Now we put disclaimer. You're getting angry. Please.
Let's just move on. What's happened? Anyway, guys. Wait. Taj, can you talk? Because it feels like
no, I can't. I don't know it's me, but I'm just saying that. Let's just move on, right?
Yeah.
Guys, Belema, everything you just explained did not help, but let's just move on. Like, don't worry.
Okay, now you're bringing it back now.
No, but I'm just saying that let's just move on. Like,
yeah. Anyway,
like,
back on the tour, Shallipopi and Odumodu tour. Jesus.
Anyways, back to the tour.
Any other thoughts on the tour, man?
You always kill me.
Guys, what do we think about Arasta going on tour with Chris Brown?
Oh yes, that happened too. For sure. I mean, I think it's a good look.
By the way, Chris Brown's tickets is cheaper than Shake's tickets at the moment. I'm just putting it out there.
Of course. Bro, everybody's cheaper than Shake's.
Oh, by the way, that's Shake concert. Let me look at this one.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's not looking good.
It might not hold though.
It's not looking good. those tickets were
even with they're doing $40 off and it's still not moving.
Yeah, bro. That was flimsy. They decided discounting.
Yeah, they started dropping discount.
Like it was a ridiculous price they set. Like
I think it was just the pricing that sent everybody.
The ridiculous price.
Too much price.
It was the pricing was the pricing. I don't think in hindsight I don't think anybody actually foresee that. I could predict that pricing they could come with. Like they were pushing up with Beyonce numbers. I think a lot of people even said they spent more on Ashake than Beyonce. Yeah, it was steep. The numbers were pretty steep. But anyway, we'll see how they run it, bro, because I think they definitely set themselves up. Unfortunately. But yeah, man, I will start with Chris Brown. All right, I guess I really left the OD and Shallipopi. It feels like the tension now doesn't even want to bring up Odumodu anymore. Flyer side, can we still bring up Odumodu?
Can I talk about the joint tour, please?
Yes, Ginger, please go ahead, please.
Yeah.
After you.
I think it's kind of significant, because I don't think anybody has actually done like joint tour together.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was asking too, because I don't remember something like this.
But like they are hot, they are new, and they just bust onto the scene and they are going on tour together. I don't think I've seen
historically,
that
can we put it back in say, I don't know, 10 years ago from now? Who were the hottest two that went? 2014. Who
I think it's a very good idea for collaboration and this thing. And like Taj has said, I think the venues and whatnot, I think that's perfect for them to have a joint tour because you're looking at what you're going to, plus you're moving at your pace, so we'll go to do pass yourself, you feel me? So basically, that's how starting like that is really good for them. They'll build over time and possibly maybe they'll maybe even have a joint album or joint EP together or something.
I think they actually even teased that. Did they? Or was that in my head?
I guess so.
I have a question, and it's
I'm not done. No. I'm not done. Yeah. All I just feel is that I feel like if they're going to go out there and they should go out there and give a proper show, put out a good show. That somebody's stuff is affecting me.
That was my bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
What's it called? They should go out there and put out like a very, very top show. To actually like use that to garner and build themselves like an American like audience and stuff as well. Expose them to their music as well, and then build over time so that when next are going back there, it's not going to be like newbie or something or reintroducing themselves again. More like that. And what have you? I think another thing that I wanted to say is that from Shally's angle, I'm not even talking of Odumodu's angle, from Shallipopi's angle, somebody said he's not a good performer, but I think that what he brings is, I think he has this entertainment factor to him. There was an artist that should do like that also on stage, and he has that. I think that worked in his favor. He has this kind of like entertainment part for him on stage.
I think that was Lost Boy saying he might not be performer, not necessarily bad, right? Lost Boy?
Yeah. I don't think you would.
No.
I think
he said Odumodu is good, is okay, and Shallipopi is not good.
Oh, okay.
He said Shallipopi is not a good performer. Right. So I don't think he's obviously he's not like he sings or something. He basically talks on his record.
Is it Naira Marley?
I don't think Yeah. So basically, I think the entertainment factor is what he's bringing on. He's basically going to entertain people, and I think that works. If you look at his going by his UK stuff that he did, yeah, I think it resonated with the crowd, the girls, and whatnot.
It looked like they were having fun. Every clip I saw from the UK shows, like
and it worked, for him. So I feel like he will add that to his stuff, and then let's see where that takes. Maybe since Buju and this guy's teasing an EP, maybe they too will say,
absolutely,
let's go on a joint tour or something.
Yeah.
So I think that would bet an idea of people not being scared of collaborating, and let's share this money, let's make this money together, because sometimes when you go together, the bigger than going alone. Because for it to conquer more grounds, if you go together, it makes it more. So imagine the people are paying ticket now to see two artists. They're not paying to just see one guy that has maybe just few records and stuff. So now they're paying to see two artists that has more records and he gather. So they could lie. I think it's a very, very solid idea. Yeah, very good one.
Which other two artists do you think would make a good tour together? I'm just throwing it out there.
I think the Buju Ruga thing would work if you go on tour together.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see Ashake and Rema. If they do it together,
Rema?
I swear to God.
That's
swear.
odd.
I don't know why.
That will never be happening.
That's odd.
Fire.
No, I know. I'm not saying
That's fire, bro.
No, that's fire, bro. No, it's fire, man.
No, it's actually odd, to be honest.
That shit would fuck this
Yeah.
shit up, bro. For real.
Rema and Ira, I can see.
But I'm saying no. I'm saying if I should trust me, if I should and Rema goes on tour, bro, he goes sell.
I know. No question. No question is to sell. No question is to sell.
Sell.
My one is just from like, I don't know, maybe from a musicality standpoint. It's like, I don't know. For a show.
It doesn't matter now.
No. From a show, it's a show. It's from a show perspective. Yeah. See, even their styles, like the costumes on stage, the things they will bring to the shows, like you've seen Rema's shows, the things he tries to do with the shows, everything coming together will be like, it's possibly can be good.
You think it can be good?
Then imagine them rehearsing together for the show.
As a show.
Rehearsing together for the show.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm holding back.
Not just this, like, when we think about performing shows, we're always just thinking about do the songs match.
Yes,
but we need to see that it's about the show.
Exactly.
Like, what can it bring together, and what kind of different ideas come and merge together? So I think it can work.
No,
like, I agree.
Firestar, your point is actually why I think it doesn't actually merge together, because I see the Sonics, or not even necessarily the Sonics, just the image of both their brands very different. Especially from what's the set design going to look like? Because we know how Rema plays with the set design, right? If you're adding Ashake or making a joint effort with Ashake, what would that look like? What would that feel like? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like...
so Ima for one, like Rema from his past show with the bats and stuff. Now, maybe not for Nigerians, people outside think he has a dark feel to it, like a demonic, for lack of a better word, to it. Ashake's own, he has a religious aspect to it, using the trust me, it's odd, but I'm saying
it's possible. I guess it's possible, but they have to be very creative. Of course.
There's a devil, and like there's an angle you can do and fuck with it. Trust me. I don't know.
Anyway, interesting. I think just to answer that question, I didn't know that two parents. Obviously, there's the obvious one, Wiz and Davido, that could happen, but we don't know if we will ever get it. Hopefully, we do in our lifetime. As a tour, I'm not saying anything else. As a tour, like, I didn't know that. You guys just feel free to shout any two names. I
don't still think Wiz and David Zone is going to work.
From no. Like, come on, it would.
No, I'm not saying it will work. It will not work.
Their catalogs?
Like I said, like, would they do it? I'm not sure.
No. I'm not talking about if they're doing this. That's not the question. I'm talking about what would make a good show.
Well, I have no to work. Yeah, it works.
Someone say Burna Boy and Black Magic.
What is noise?
That's hilarious.
Wait.
That's
Burna Boy and
Black Magic. I have a question.
That's funny.
Can go on top with Black.
Wait, Bolaji. I didn't know that two names to throw in there. I can see Patoranking and Timaya.
I think for old time's sake, I can see Two-Face and Asha.
Two-Face and Asha? Interesting.
That's an interesting one.
That's an interesting one.
What about Two-Face and Dubai?
I'll see Asha and Johnny Drill.
No, Two-Face and Dubai does not match. Nah, I don't think so.
I'll see Asha and Johnny Drill though.
Because Two-Face will not be placed anywhere near.
Someone said Fino and Olamide on YouTube. Fino and Olamide is a fight. Yeah, that's obvious. I think that should be.
No, that's a given.
Yeah, that should happen. That was a given. That one should happen. Tiwa and Wiz. I like Tiwa and Wiz too.
Yeah, Tiwa.
Tiwa and Wiz is fire. It should be a good show. It should be a good show. They have songs together, so it makes sense. I know that.
And Patoranking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Timaya and Patoranking.
Timaya and Patoranking.
That one's fire.
MI and Olamide.
MI and Olamide. As a hip hop, yeah, to be a hip hop audience, I get it. Yeah, but yeah.
No, I think MI and Vector.
MI and Vector is a better pairing.
That's kind of dope.
MI and Vector is a better pairing.
Yeah, Ashake and Shay Vibes.
Ashake and Shay Vibes too. Yes, let's not lie.
It's like having the biggest artists one representing the English side of rap, one representing the indigenous part. So
true.
Emma and Olamide.
True. Kiz Daniel and Davido.
A giving as well. Fire.
Yeah, Kiz Daniel and Davido work. Hey, somebody else. Techno and Kiz Daniel.
Techno and Kiz Daniel.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't think I want that. But someone said Kiz and Ricardo.
Mixologist. And then you want Techno to be giving me microphone to sing, please.
Hello. Someone said Kiz Daniel and Ricardo.
What about Tiwa Savage and Arasta?
Cliche, bro. Like, you're just lame.
Yeah, it's too on. I don't know.
I think the
no, but Ara is not there yet, though.
With all these collaborations is on the business side.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Of course,
because they service the same audience.
Yeah.
So if a Kiz Daniel and a Davido, like an Ashake and a Rema, do a show together, are they necessarily going to get more audience in terms of, for example, they both did the O2. Do you think if both of them collaborated, they will get double that figure? Because both of them
I don't think
because they service the same audience.
Yeah. I don't think it's a case of doubling.
The same kind of music.
No, I don't think it's a case of doubling. I think it's more so. I feel like the benefit of it is more
optics.
It's more optics. It's more sentimental. It's
and even pricing.
Yeah.
No, even pricing. If it's £100 or £30 for those Rema and Ashake, two of them together they can do £50. So
right.
It's still more money. It doesn't have to be more people.
More money. It doesn't have to be more people. Just more money.
Yeah, I think the benefit is more sentimental and like, and what's it called? Like just from a moment standpoint, as opposed to like really monetary. Like I think in terms of like cultural moments, I think that's where they benefit.
I don't know how.
Like a lot more.
Drake, maybe because Drake has done it, but I don't know how impactful artists when you reach a certain level as an artist it is to go on to have a double. Like I don't see why Ashake and Rema should.
At this point, I don't see it for Ashake and Rema.
I don't see. Like it might sound good, but I don't know why.
Someone said Fireboy and One Day Cole.
My guy.
I don't know, man. None of these things make as much sense than Odumodublvck and Shallipop. I feel like that's
Odumodublvck and Shallipop makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Everybody else, I just feel like
the best
there's
sense.
somebody there that doesn't matter for, like it doesn't do anything for them. Like we don't like they don't have music together. Like I can't see a lot of these things. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ashake and
just Odu and Charlie, Fino and Olamide that I see that makes sense.
Fino and Olamide makes the perfect sense.
Fino and Olamide, Charlie and Odumodu, like there's something about both of them together. Like there's music for
them. And I think Kiz Daniel and David also make sense. But they're too big.
Yeah, they're ginormous, man.
Fino and Olamide because they already have an album together, so that will work easily.
Yeah. That one that we don't remember.
No, some of us do. Taz, relax.
We don't remember the album. We only one track.
Which one? Is it Ladi?
It's Ladi that we remember from.
It's Ladi that we remember.
6 tracks, 7 tracks, 5 tracks.
There was another one too.
No.
Father was not that.
They have something, 2 Kings now, something.
Yeah.
Two Kings.
Was it an album? It was like 6 tracks.
Father was actually Fino song.
No, it was an album.
No, it was an album.
It was an album.
Wait, how many tracks are on that album?
It's a lot. It's like it's 2 Kings now. It was more than 8
songs of.
It's more than 8. Okay, it's actually 10. It's actually 10. It's 10. It's 10. I just pulled it up.
That album didn't make wave.
It was an album. It was an album.
Remember it like that. It only has one hit song. The song with Likesh.
Yeah, Ladi.
Yeah.
That's long. That's like
Is it Confirm Me a hit or would you? Okay, not a hit, but Confirm Me is also.
Confirm Me is not an album, is it?
It
Confirm Me
is.
on that album.
It is.
Confirm doesn't Confirm Me have Whiskey?
That's Whiskey.
Yeah, it's on that album.
It's on that album, no?
They only had like 3 features on that album: Wiz, Storm, and Lil Cash.
So the album feels more like a compilation than
it's more
compilation and Bonner.
Yeah, it's more compilation than an album per se.
This album has 10 songs.
It has 10 songs, bro.
Ginger, why are you doing this?
Ginger, stop. You want me to pause?
Ginger,
wait, what did Ginger do? Sorry, I missed it.
He said Fino and Burna Boy. How?
Oh,
because of Dua.
Because of Dua.
He looks like
Wait.
Do you think that we do pop or what?
Don't hear me out.
Hear me out. Then the best thing out. So they keep on soda.
There's nothing to hear out.
Only Burna Boy is enough.
Wait first. They be bestie, so they keep go on soda.
I bet.
Only Burna Boy
Don't
is
be
enough.
as far bestie, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, they have 2 fire records, but that's it.
That thing cannot work.
No, okay, so let me tell you 2 things. Fino and Bonner they be bestie now too, and they be the same set for Eddie's next rated. So they're 2
That's your reason.
Okay, what about this one? This one just for the culture, not necessarily for money. I don't know. Flavor and Caveman.
I feel like the audience is slightly.
I can walk.
I think it's. Yeah. Why would you say that?
Seems like a more logical one.
Yes, listen, SDC and SDC and Caveman make sense. Exactly, yeah. I think so. It's I think Caveman is a. I don't know
because the thing with Cavemen, they're younger. I think
that's my
sometimes
thing.
The cheap way is for the older crowd and the younger crowd to merge.
Thank you. That's why I'm thinking like
it will help.
Caveman's audience. Caveman's audience is very young. It feels, as opposed to like Navania.
It'll be more beneficial for Cavemen anyway.
Definitely.
That's why
it will be. But I mean, from a music standpoint too, it'll be interesting. Did they even have a song together? Do they?
No, I don't think they have.
No, they don't. No, they don't have a song together. No, they don't have a song together.
There's an album.
I'm not sure they even make the same kind of music, man.
They have a joint.
They just sing in Igbo together.
They have a joint album coming.
No, Cavemen are doing High Life. They're both doing High Life.
They're both doing High Life.
Someone said they have a joint project.
Wait, Belema, is this confirmed?
Belema said it. Wow. They have a joint album.
With Flavor and
Cavemen?
Not
coming out
with Cavemen, SDC and Cavemen.
Oh,
okay.
Now that makes sense. That makes sense because
you just know that you'll be pleasing to your ears. You just know that you'll be pleasing to your ears.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Classic rap.
And Belema is our SDC correspondent, so actually.
Mention calligraph.
Please let's not.
SDC.
Anyway, man.
SDC and Borch too can go on tour.
Absolutely. Like
I just want to note that
obviously
classic albums, but Lemma did not mention any SDC album. So progress.
It's because I didn't mention Dreamer.
Come on, how are we gonna bring SDC on top Grass to Grace Superstar?
No.
I mean, I think Palm Music is one of the greatest albums.
It's funny because
I can see
have an underground classic now. They can have an underground classic, right?
I think Palm Music
should be underground classic again.
It's called the term is called classic. Okay. Relax.
I can tell.
I can see in this Buhari times. I can see it.
My project.
Yeah, this Buhari times niggas are arguing. Niggas are arguing.
No, not even that.
Wait, who has not heard which project?
I'm talking about Dreamer Project. Which Dreamer Project?
It's not that classic though.
I didn't say it was a classic. I never said it was, right. But I said Dreamer Project was the first time I ever heard MI.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's tragic.
No, it's not tragic.
That's very tragic.
When did Dreamer Project come out?
Like 2011. Emma has 3 years on that.
If Dreamer Project came out 2011, then it wasn't the first time. But I remember,
really?
I thought Dreamer Project came out before Talk About It.
No, it did not.
Before
Talk About It. No, it did not.
Talk About It came out.
before SDC.
No, Talk About It came December.
SDC before MI.
No,
you know what MI did when I say job, everybody.
We are taking that out of context though.
When did Dream's album come out?
Dreamer came out 2011.
No. The album I'm talking about was 2009. Never mind.
Dreamer?
Genie's album came out 2009.
Oh, the Genie.
That was the first time I heard.
Oh, now Genie they talk about. Genie Ego.
Genie.
If you help me see Ego. Now senior now.
Yes.
Now senior to MI
So
now.
that was the first time I heard.
Right. Okay.
It was working in Sound City or something.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That was it. And then after that, was
the guy
talk
will
about
sing
it,
Ego.
and then
If
after
you help
that
me
was
see Ego.
my project.
My first time coming across MI was Primetime interview where he was premiering Safe.
My first time I heard MI was Safe.
No, it wasn't Safe. It was when I said Joe. Everybody
Safe.
Scream.
No,
that's Crowd Mentality.
That's that song. Yeah, Crowd Mentality. That's the first time I heard it.
That was the one before Safe. Safe was after.
Safe was after Crowd Mentality. But I remember.
I heard Safe and
it was Safe that blew him.
Yeah.
It was Safe that
Don't worry. When I make a video for my goats.
Safe was the second MI song I heard.
It was the second single after Crowd Mentality.
I heard my guy rap ATTW, but I didn't like it.
Bro, ATTW was too. ATTW was the only like party MI record. I remember, like it was a party jam, like that tempo of that beat, bro, insane.
Yeah, my guy was from Jos.
That's a record.
Yeah, the reason why I bring it up is because when Genie dropped the album in 2009, so this was before Safe. He had a song on there called Lade. And it had
Call me Lade.
Yeah.
Lade, don't make me crazy.
Yes, that was the first.
Ginger, how's the family?
That was the first time I ever heard MI. Yeah, so that was the first time I ever heard MI. Then the second time was on Safe.
Yeah.
And on Genie's album, there's this song Overkilling.
Belema, MI they sleep for
Overkilling
was MI they sleep for Genie house.
Yeah.
Overkilling, right? It was Genie with MI, Jesse Jags, and
was that before Safe?
The boy Ice.
It was around the same time.
I think the remix came
around the same time
when Safe
dropped.
No, it was after Safe. No.
It was after Safe. It was after Safe. Overkilling was like
Overkilling didn't drop before Safe.
It was after Safe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was after. Yeah, it had to be after.
It was after Safe.
I just said that.
Yeah, she was just saying that. Yeah. Anyway.
I was saying the first was Lade, then Safe.
Okay.
Then Genie had the Overkilling remix with MI,
and
Jesse, and
I think Ice Prince was on it. Yeah, that's really long. Yeah. That really launched Chuck Boys.
Is Safe on Talk About It?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, is it?
Yes.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
I've still not listened to that one.
First single.
I'm sorry, you've not listened.
You not listened to what? Sorry.
Talk About
Taj,
It.
Please
Wow. I mean,
mute your mic.
Mute your mic.
I've not listened to that one.
Why? Wait. Wasn't that around that should be like your first iPod album around that time? No.
No, not really though.
What's your first iPod album?
My first iPod album was iPod, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Superstar.
Jesus.
Oh boy, iPod. Mute your mic.
Yeah, iPod Touch.
Mute your mic.
No, iPod Shuffle. iPod Shuffle where you could not see anything.
What's the one with the big circle in the middle and iPod Classic?
Yeah.
I think that's Classic.
I think that's the first gen or so.
And then exactly, but then there was Nano before Classic. I didn't have Nano.
Touch. Do me one favor. Sing Money.
How will he sing that? He doesn't know that, better man.
Money slow to enter. Money, where money go? I don't know.
I've been saying I'll go back to this. I haven't gone back.
No, it's actually an evergreen. I mean, most MI albums are always
where I really picked up on. Like I knew some of the songs.
You know when Taj said MI,
I knew a couple of those singles, but I didn't. In totality, the album, I've not taken it in properly. At least not properly. Not that I can remember. I've tried maybe, but not that I can remember.
Talk About It was my first.
The one I held on top to bottom was MI2. Wasn't I?
Taj. When you kept saying MI2, I was very confused. Taj, I'm actually...
It was after.
Taj, do you know who Blaze is? I bet you.
Of course, I know who Blaze is. The female rapper now. Yes, I know who that is.
Okay. I mean, then you kind of have a good idea of talking about it.
I just need to watch music on TV.
Taj, rap Blaze.
I can't remember.
Belema, you can't rap Blaze. No one here can rap Blaze.
Normally I don't flow. Come on, man. Pass me that. Usually I
won't.
Too much, Mike, and I got
just give me the
But that's a perfect song, man.
You study chemistry.
Mr. Classic.
I saw them. Yes, all these people I saw them on TV. Like just
Study chemistry.
I saw them in singles and.
Okay. Do you know Aziza? Do you know Aziza?
Let's stop doing this name.
Do you know Aziza?
I know that.
I don't even think I know who Aziza is.
I don't know Aziza.
Wait, remind me.
She looks like Bisola. Like a mix of Bisola.
I'm sure she has a song. Can you please help me with the song?
I'm sorry. I have so many.
I know. She's really. I know Bookie live. I know Bookie. Bookie was the Christian.
Bookie, of course, we know Bookie, but who is Aziza?
Bookie is recent.
There's record had all of them on it. Bookie,
Aziza is
you people are not focused.
Sasha,
you people are not focused.
Was it like an all-female record?
Yeah, it was like an all-female record. I remember that song. Bookie, Blaze.
I remember.
I don't send you female version.
Yeah, right.
It was Jimmy Chan that brought them together. The Jimmy Chan brought Blaze, Chemistry, DOUT, and
the first music video I had on my iPod was Stylish. I remember that.
Damn.
Yeah, Stylish.
Okay.
Yes.
So you studied Elajo.
Yeah, I mean, just from Stylish.
I remember that.
Papi.
Yeah.
I know Elajo.
I know Elajo just from Stylish.
Elajo they storms.
No thoroughbreds.
Yeah, thoroughbreds. Yeah, we bliss them. Yeah, Elajo.
Yeah.
This guy already sing wedding song. This guy already sing wedding song.
I knew Iblis. I didn't know Iblis before that.
I love that all of you are being reminiscing, doing all of this. But I just want to remind all of you that Taj said he has not listened to talk about it.
No, I have not listened to talk about it. In totality.
No, but I think you know some records.
Yeah. I haven't. I just went.
And I say jump. Everybody
do the right thing.
But Elajo was in that Jimmy Jazz song, right, with Two-Face and.
Yeah, it was a Stylish.
Yeah. You know, Pawan, you don't know the song. Darling, hold on.
Yep, I know that. You know my own song.
Aziza.
That's Aziza, right? Okay, now you're helping me with the song. Thank you.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who is that?
But wait.
I don't know the name of the artist.
Fly Rasta. Now that era where that girl sing Malaria. Every time they see me, he does something.
By the way,
they catch Malaria.
That's Soti, right?
Yeah.
That was Soti. Shit. There was just a video of her recently on.
There was just a video about her. Somebody made a video.
Yeah, it was on Tunde Headnotes.
You find well, I need well.
It's a good record.
Like
exactly.
Apparently, her husband left her.
When I know I really got into Nigeria, like fully, not just me here. When I said I had my own was when I got my first BB in 2012.
Damn.
That was when, and that was the summer that I think Wiz popped the year before, but that one we just kind of knew of.
Yeah, Davido popped the year after. Yeah,
was Wiz Davido's year. That's when I knew that I was fully.
So Tad, you listen to Sauce Kid, Money Long, the mixtape?
No, I see, that's the thing. I didn't have control over those songs. Like, I heard them, obviously. I knew Sauce, I knew all these guys. Like, I even know these Kel records, Blaze. I saw them on TV.
Oh my God,
I saw them like
mind.
singular. Like, I didn't have control over what I listened to, right? Do you understand? Like, I was just, what was on TV that I
Can I be clear? I love that you say you didn't have control, but I would just like to say you have control of your life right now in this second.
Okay, you said you would
and
do
that
it later.
means you have made
talk about it. Talk about it. One I want to on my list to go back to.
Yeah.
Every year I go back to.
Next week we'll report back.
This talk about it when it has been on my mind because I've even gone back. I've gone back to even the
first. Stop talking about it and just listen to talk about it.
I've gone back even to the first Reminisce project.
But I hope you've done
Reminisce on the second project properly. But I've gone back to the first. Like I've gone back to old albums, Rugged Man's album.
Rugged Man, yes.
Which is why I'm have to be for Sax. Sax was helping me. Once I see an album, I'll go back
and But Sax music in time was.
Osax just fell off and stopped doing the review, so it wasn't. That was what I was used to go back.
No, I think it's gonna
because trust me, I remember the day I went to Game Over and I saw Game Over. I'm like, wait, this is an album. I thought these songs were just by themselves. Like this is actually an album,
right?
And I'm like, bro.
Wait, you didn't have the CD then?
No, the only CDs I had was Duncan Mighty's first album.
You didn't buy CDs.
First album. I had Asha.
These were all traffic albums.
I grew up in Warri. Right? I grew up in Warri. So I had Duncan Mighty's first album. I had Asha's first album. Then I had Tosi Martins. I had.
You used to listen to Jay Martins.
Just his hits, like just the hit songs, the ones with AY.com, all those jams, like,
all those compilation albums.
AY.com. Those are the records that I jammed. Terry G. I don't know before that, but it was Asha. First albums I had Asha, Duncan Mighty's, Obian that first album, and then then the Olorioko guys, Olorioko Shimbo, Infinity and Tosi Martins. Those are my 4 albums.
Wow. Do you guys know? Does anyone know the Beyonce of Infinity? Does anyone know the name of the guy that like broke out from Infinity?
Who's that? Who broke out from Infinity?
Kenny Corey. Does anyone know Kenny Corey here?
No.
Bro.
We only know that girl.
The guy who they take that to me now the lady be the Beyonce to me.
No. They didn't have a lady. It was all guys. What are you saying? It's Infinity. Bro. All guys.
I don't know that.
Wait. Okay, no. Okay, I didn't mistake him.
Yeah.
I didn't mistake him
for Midnight Crew.
What was I mistaken for?
Midnight Crew.
Midnight Crew. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm mixing that with Midnight Crew.
I didn't mistake them for Midnight Crew.
I never had Gongaso album. Never had the P-Square album. Never had the Banda.
Never had Gongaso is wild, bro.
Never had any of the Two-Face albums.
Did you have Gongaso?
Never had Gongaso is wild. Gongaso, okay.
I went back to them.
Okay, you didn't grow up in Lagos. That's what it feels like. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in Lagos.
Sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I don't want to start. I know what I missed out on.
Can you stop embarrassing yourself?
Why? It doesn't have to be embarrassment now. No, let's not embarrass. Bro.
Let's appease honesty. If you didn't
he's a youngin.
Like,
I'm a young man. It's okay to be young. Look me like
it's okay to be young. I think about it a lot actually for people that, because I guess Lagos people, we tend to have our outlook as if Lagos is the center and it is the center, but
like I was in Warri, and the albums I'm sorry, I missed out on one album, Timaya's first album, bro.
True story. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh, go Magio. That song, I love that song.
Bro, this not true story.
It's not true story.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's a classic.
It's not true story.
Yeah, that's a classic album.
Which Baba did key?
So those were the albums that I had in my.
It makes sense how Gongaso Norwich. Gongaso Norwich. That's crazy.
Give me that plantain boy. All those music shops that they sell CDs and stuff, and they're always blasting music. That's what I'm remembering now,
bro. And the fact that Gongaso didn't have music video until like.
Wait. Gongaso was everywhere now.
But he didn't have music video. He actually limited it, bro.
No, he didn't have music video.
Wait, let me understand. Is Gongaso an album or just?
It is both.
No, it was an album. The title of the album is Gongaso, and
I don't know the album, bro. I swear.
You don't know the album? Yeah.
You don't know the album.
Where did you grow up?
Yeah, there's a title track. There's a title track.
No.
I like the kind of way I live now. Oh yeah me.
I might know some songs from the album, but I never knew it as an album.
I even found out later that was not his first album. So apparently he had an album before that.
Of course, that was his first. Like
I thought that was his first album. It was later on. I found he had an album before that.
I'm a party. No, he had an album. He had an album before then.
It's crazy. I'm just bringing back because I lost connection real quick. So let me just bring it back. Sorry, guys.
I'm a party. No, he had an album. He had an album before.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
In fact, the most embarrassing one for me is Star Plus. I did not have context of the album.
Wow.
I just knew
Star Plus?
I didn't have context of the album.
I mean,
trust me, like, bro, Warri is the city, my guy.
Warri is the city. Wait, Warri had to have gotten Star Plus, bro. I'm sorry, Warri should have gotten Star Plus. Taj, fix up. I mean, but I guess you're just younger, I guess.
Do you know that? Of course I know it. They just need a cool boy now. That one is from.
I'm sorry, Warri should have gotten Star Plus.
Do you know Big Bro? Yeah, like picks up. Like Warri definitely had Star Plus.
No, like well, I give you guys context. I'm also from a strong Christian background, so these things were actually a taboo.
So now it's the devil and my driver.
It was my uncle and my driver. time to buy music for our car.
Taj, you know why I won't buy
the song? Taj, mommy get inside, boy. Mommy get inside.
Well, I was
when religion.
So for context, I was when I was younger, right? But as I grew older,
no, but Taj, that's fine. I don't even think there's a problem with that.
Now,
I think the
what you're
problem
about to say is what I've done. So I actually went back and educated myself on a lot of his albums, like a lot of them. I'm only talking about back then. I didn't have any context of the album. Even now, I know. Even like this first album, I've jammed the whole thing top to bottom multiple times. Like I know, I have the context now, but a lot of them I didn't. Even like today, like now, I don't have a lot of context of Star Plus, their deep cuts. It's only the most successful songs. Because I don't really have their deep cuts. Because my guy, he loves the album. He can sing it top to bottom, and I'm clueless half the time.
That's really sad.
Please, people, maybe not call me. Yeah, but
like now, let me go straight, right? I didn't know how much of a big deal LD was until I got older. I knew LD from Big Boy. I knew LD. I knew LD from Big Boy. I'm a big boy. That's the first time I ever heard of LD.
Now what? Your mic.
No, Taj, you're shocking me time and time again. I don't understand.
Since I've been to Boss 16.
Oh yeah, Boss 16. That's
no.
Do you know Jason?
Wait, that's not LD, you know, right?
I don't know how much of a superstar.
No, Taj, you're shocking me time and time again. I don't understand.
Cool. Do you know JJC?
I know JJC, the guy now.
Okay, do you know who was in 419 squad?
No, I don't know anybody.
To be fair, nobody cared about the other niggas in 419. Let's not lie.
Boy, so that means you definitely will not know MP.
Pasa. Oh yes, I did.
From JJC.
Yeah, that was the second superstar there. Yeah. You guys remember X Project?
Yeah,
but
I don't know if X Project ever had an album. Did he have an album?
Yes,
they must have had.
I only know the Lorelei.
To be fair, I didn't listen to X Project album.
Where that LKT guy?
LKT, yeah, LKT was cool.
Bro, I love that LKT's verse on what's that song?
They have a that
was Yahoo. Do you know? But there's a verse on LD song Otami that LKT has.
Yes,
that's a fire verse.
I didn't know that.
That song is mad.
Maybe a couple years back. Then I realized that Odumodublvck had a proper career before.
He had a career before Yahoo.
See, Maintain were together. Then when Maintain went solo.
I catch code.
He wasn't.
Yeah, they were a group. Then they were big band.
Wait, Taj, let's find out if Taj knows the song. I feel like this. I feel like this is a game of does Taj know this? Wait. Sorry, the song. Wait. Before we get there, do you know I catch code? Hutch. Pele.
What song is that?
Taj, you know that song? Yeah, that was Maintain.
Do you know this one, Taj? Someone la wa lo.
I don't know.
People should leave Taj.
Yeah, it was like.
I'm so sorry, please. I ran. I actually.
I'm sorry,
Pepper ran here.
Hold on.
Pepper ran here.
I ran from where I was because I heard a certain individual has never heard talk about it.
Pure rap guy.
No.
And I also heard that said individual also does not know who Star Plus is, or is this a joke?
No, but come on.
Wait, Tad, do you know that it's fresh?
Yeah, joking.
Like, do you know that song?
Yeah, I know that song, but I don't remember.
If Tad knows,
guys, all of you were probably.
Pepper is younger than you.
I was in the South.
The only question I have.
I
don't think you have any right to speak about Nigeria.
The only question I have is how is your grandchildren?
Hold on.
One at
a time. I'm sorry. Pepper will go. Then Mr. Facts. But we will all get around. Taj, sorry if it feels like we are attacking you. But I would just also like to hold on. I would just also like to let you know that this excuse of I was not in the West, I couldn't listen to it. I would just also like to let you know that Star Plus didn't know I used to live in Abuja. Okay.
But their music was popping in Lagos now. Lagos was.
They are still living in Abuja.
No, Star Plus has to be nationwide, bro. It has to be.
No, but like I said, I knew them.
Everybody will start.
I would like to ask question number one, Taj. Is this a joke? Are you being for real or
no?
This is a
So
joke or
here's the
he's being honest. I like it.
See, it's not that deep, right? Because like I said, I've gone back to do my research on a lot of these things, right?
Yes, of course.
I have my context now, but like I'm saying that in the moment I had no context of that until maybe when I was old enough to actually care about Nigerian music history, right? Before that, I used to listen casually, and like I said,
okay, I will use this medium to open Taj's bomb a little bit more, because this is we're talking about a person that listens to. We're talking about an individual that will listen to the Entertainer album for the first time this year. So I don't even know where I'm supposed to start from.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't have context of albums, right? I listened. It was what was played on radio, what was played on TV, right?
You just need a live band, man.
Okay, so
my parents, you need to document
family didn't buy CDs. Do you understand? So I don't have those albums.
Have you listened to any Style Plus albums before?
Yes, now I have.
Now yes, yeah. Thank God. Thank God.
Yes, now I have all this context. I've gone back to Tribe, I've gone back to LD, I've gone back to everybody.
What's your favorite Style Plus album then? What's your favorite Style Plus album?
My chest was actually tight because if you have not listened to Expressions, which to this day
Expression is
Pepe, you jumped on it. I was waiting for him to.
As you're going back,
like bro, this is all the 4 years now. Waka.
Yeah, that was another album though. Wait, what album was that?
Please. If you don't know, was it?
Taj, what album was 4 years? Wait. What album was 4 years?
Yeah, Basira, that was a good song. But what's it called?
Sorry,
you people don't know which album was 4 years.
Pepe, let me spoil everything. He might have done his education, but he has never heard I Catch Code.
As in, I catch code at you.
I'm trying to remember if I've heard that song.
Jesus. Do you know?
Never hear catch code.
That's shocking. That's shocking.
Who remembers this song?
I'm sorry, girlfriend.
I never meant to hurt you.
No, but that was a cover.
I never meant to do you.
I know that song.
I'm trying to
okay.
Taj,
sorry. Do you know a man?
Pepe is younger than you. That's why I'm shocking.
Hold on, Taj. Do you know a man that goes by the name Olumente?
Of course, I know.
He's not now, Belema.
Okay, so as somebody that knows Olumente, how do you not know?
Belema, now I was getting condescending. Belema, let's relax.
Introduction to Olumente was when he
was Yauze.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that he was saying he didn't know, and a lot of people don't.
I didn't know Maintain in the context of.
Now Yauze, so you don't know it's in a group.
A lot of people didn't know. It should be a lot of people would not know.
A lot of people outside
generational.
You tweeted that recently that
bro.
Yeah. A lot of people in our
the generation. Yauze
because Ginger, even if it was big in the West, you know, they were even speaking on Do Yoruba, like that was what was making it funny. So people were even laughing how they're speaking it and the theatrics. So if you're not really invested in the language, you're not really.
But we know, but Fly Rasta, we knew they were a duo.
No, of course, we know now. No, of course. I'm saying we.
I'm saying there's other people that cannot know. Yeah. I don't know if Gingerbread understands that concept, bro. I don't think everybody knows everything you know. Ginger, do you understand that? Like, not everybody knows everything you know, right? I feel like you never give people grace. You never give people. I swear, I've been saying this thing since.
Ginger about this piece.
I've been saying this thing since with Ginger. They fight person for not knowing.
Okay, you know what my thing is? I don't even think there's anything wrong with not knowing. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. I think there's something wrong with not doing the work to know after. Taj has done the work.
Taj has
done the work. But I would just like to say, I don't think it's enough work.
LOL.
I'm crying.
Don't forget
all of this is reminding me of the person.
Yeah, come on, my guy.
All of this is reminding me of when somebody made this comment where they were saying that Casey, somebody blew before Casey or something like that, and I was like, is Casey Crush a joke to you? Like, who are these people?
People don't know Casey. People know Casey from Limpopo.
Oh my God.
That's what people know Casey from.
I think the thing is, for most people, especially like our generation, we knew them, but it was not conscious. Like we knew
Shokore, he dey make me colo. Shokore, that was Casey Fresh. You dey make me
live moments right now, man.
Wait, like I think it's right for albums, right? Albums are like a conscious effort. Like it's like 14
no. To be
songs.
fair, we were not like we knew these albums.
We just heard them.
Like you don't know the songs. Like you don't know in the context of albums.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot.
No, I'm glad. Now that you have said that you did go back and you listened to a lot of these things, I don't have as much. My chest is not as tight.
But I want to ask Taj, did you listen to?
I go back.
Wait, but Taj,
when I hear conversations, I go back to
Moshorire.
Sorry?
You know Podairo Moshorire.
Of course, I know Podairo. Podairo was a mommy favorite. Moms love that shit. Like,
anyway,
everybody loves
Podairo. I love that we've had a whole session about Taj. But in all Taj's going back, his going back did not drive him to go and listen to Talk About.
Yeah, I think Talk About is one hour that I have just.
No, Taj, you actually have to. You actually have to go and listen to Talk About.
I've just not gone back.
No, you have to Talk About it.
In fact,
bro, Talk About it is not even my favorite. MI2 changed my life. The movie.
Oh no, absolutely.
No, Taj. Talk About it is definitely assignments for you. Next week we'll report back.
Yeah,
and what's so funny is that in the context of all of this, right? In the context of like someone like Burna Boy, right? I was there from absolute like Genesis is one of our statements. I was there
from Born Identity.
Like I was
there from mixtape. Were you there from
Born Identity?
From Freedom Freestyle from Born Identity from the first day. I was there live.
Me enjoy from Life to Party
because at that point, right?
But like we are part of the Like to Party soldiers.
Like to Party, that's why I enjoyed.
What was the first song you heard?
Even Like to Party is yeah.
No, Like to Party is old. No, I know, but what's the first one? I mean, the first one I had was Freedom, anyways.
Well, Freedom. Yeah, Freedom was the first one that really like stepped out. Yeah, Freedom was the first one.
Okay, I just want to plug something out. If you want to listen to old Niger music, I have
Trumpet
a
playlist. Trumpet was after Freedom.
Yeah, pin it up.
It's like 8 hours long or more.
Yeah, pin it up.
Trumpet is after Freedom. Trumpet came after Freedom.
Taj, you don't hear this song. If there no one make we sing, that them sabi. If there no one make we talk.
He doesn't know. He said he didn't know
them be, where them day.
Wait. Sorry, wait.
Who sang that song,
actually, sorry.
I don't remember who sang that song, but I know that song.
That's the tribe.
That's the tribesman.
No, tribesman. It's not
It's tribesman. It's a tribesman. Wait.
You know, I went back.
Sorry, guys. There's a lot. Sorry. There's a lot of. It's gonna be difficult to edit this one today, man, because I think we've jumped on each other too much. But I think what would be a good source of anyone that really wants to, I guess, learn or at least have some comfortable efforts at picking up on old songs. There is a Netflix series. I don't know if it's still up, actually. I probably need to go back to it.
Yeah, it still is.
There is an Afrobeats.
I just rewatched it.
Afrobeats backstory documentary. Like, for sure. Like, if you watch that, you definitely should know LD. Who LD is. What LD is.
Yeah, but then that came out last year now. It didn't come out, like, ever since.
The documentary?
Yeah, it wasn't like last year.
Yeah. I'm saying
it's still on Netflix.
I'm saying definitely go check that out.
And like now, let me give you for context, right? Last week, over the past 2 weeks, I went back to listen to Too Short 3 albums and this guy Nigaro. I went back to listen to
listen to 3 Too Short albums.
Like I went back to all those albums and actually listened to them. Before I only knew all those records.
To be honest, the fact that you went back to go and listen to
Too Short is crazy.
Give me that.
Yeah, Too Short, the 3 albums.
I'm proud.
That's very interesting album names.
I was gonna say
Umunnamu album.
Too Short is a photographer in America. He does other things too.
Yeah,
but he's really good.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Taj, go ahead, guys. Let's take time. Sorry, Pixel, because it actually is getting. I'm nervous right now thinking about how recording is going to sound. Yes, Pixel, real quick, hasn't gone yet, and then we get stuff out. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Pixel,
it is.
Have you been isolated from this conversation?
It is well. To be very honest, what I can conclude from all the rant that just happened for close to an hour is that all of you are old people, ancient of days. because I have zero idea of what. Like, I'm there gassing up Wizkid, and you guys are taking me back.
Okay, go to backstory, guys. Go watch backstory.
No, there's nothing that we say now because I've just.
Wait, Pixel, do you know this song? Before Brotherhood. Love your neighbor as yourself.
Probably my mom and dad didn't think of each other back then.
Wait, Pixel.
Belema's old. Belema's a grandma. Happy Grandmother's Day. Sorry.
Pixel,
don't say that.
I don't understand. Why would you say Happy Grandmother's Day? Because you know Sound Sultan song. That's how.
Okay, I would just like to
don't say that.
Sound Sultan is the reason why I know what Bodmas stands for.
To be fair, he actually did help a lot of people with Bodmas.
I saw Sound Sultan for the first time on
Everybody.
Yeah, Joy.
That's the
mathematics
song of Sound.
Bro, that did more work than many math teachers across the nation.
I'm never going to lie. That's how I remember Bodmas for most of my life.
Bro, like
even the music video had it on the board. You know, Bodmas.
Yeah, it's Bodmas.
And they broke it down. It was good.
I'm sorry. Today's space is giving revenge of the millennials.
Used to stand up to say, I go meet Kate around 8 with some daily plates.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sound Sultan legend, man. Rest in peace to the legend, man.
To reminisce and do all of that, but Pixel.
I'm not finished.
Thank
you very much, ma. Thank you, Grandma.
Our resident fetus. Go ahead.
Resident fetus. Last born, I mean. Okay.
Yeah, so it's giving last born.
Wow, Pepe is not last born. That's crazy.
So, to be very honest, the songs you guys are talking about, I was probably wearing Pampers when I was hearing those songs. So, it's more like...
how old you are, because I have
2008. You're wearing Pampers.
No, wait, nah, calm down.
No, that wasn't an 08 song, so.
But I'm just saying that, these are songs that I was born to just listen to. So it's not like they were really part of my childhood, though I heard them. Right. Them African China, them, what's the name? OGMI. At least I remember the MI and Brimo song. That song is a classic.
That's a
Brimo.
Emma and Brian from where to where? What are we talking about?
I guess so now. I guess they have the song together.
Yeah, they do.
Wow. So you're trying to tell me you didn't know what did they
Guys, you said he's young now.
No.
He said he's young now. He said he's young.
I'm trying to be now. Let last born land. No, I get
Pixel, sorry, one last one. You guys, sorry, okay, one last one. Do you know Timbani Kesoko? You know,
I'm sorry, I have my.
I'm so sorry.
The only song I know is of Wizkid.
Wow, I'm sorry. That's so tragic. My chest is paining me.
I'm sorry,
my chest is spinning me. This man just said.
I was about to say, ancestor, don't drop quotes. Sorry,
you don't know soccer.
You just said. Wait, you don't know soccer? What? No, Belema, you do know soccer.
Which soccer?
The band now.
Timbani get soccer. The one that Wizkid can steal from the band. Don't do the band. So you guys always give the soccer.
What?
He's on the band's first album.
It's not on the first. It was later.
You know what I remember about that song? I don't remember the song. I remember the music video.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Wait, you people were watching music video 2005.
To be fair, Pixel. Because Pixel never finished. I need to understand. I need to understand I need to know where Pixel's consciousness of music started from.
Yeah, it's very curious.
I don't like when you do something nation.
Okay, gingerbread, please.
Okay, you people, I take go beg.
Gingerbread,
at
please.
least let them finish.
As in,
I know you people want to reminisce, but please, I'm begging from the bottom of my heart. Pepe, ask your question.
No, I just want to know what his consciousness of music. Yeah, of like music.
Hey, just ask him his first.
Let me just put it this way, right? It's not like most of the songs that you guys are saying, like. I'm just hearing you guys sing, not all though. Like the one Fly Rasta is singing, this one is more efficient of this. I really have no idea what Fly Rasta is singing.
Don't worry, I don't know that one.
No, Soccer is on the first album, yeah.
The general ones that you guys are saying, I'm like, wow, I remember hearing this song. So it's more like you're bringing a song out of a dead part of my memory. So it's not like it's something that is recurring. Do you get?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I asked, like your consciousness, not the unconscious. I heard this in part.
Okay. So
if you have to think like, okay, this is when I was like consciously listening to music. So like this was a part of me, or as I was growing up, or something.
To be very honest, right? When I would say, okay, I can select music that I like or not, it would be more from 2010 downwards. That's me being very honest. That doesn't mean I did not hear other songs. Do you get? Yeah. So like the one they called Moshi to Mohito, what did you just call it now? Yeah, the popular ones there, definitely I would have.
Yeah, because that bled into 2010. People were still jamming it then.
Like the whole, you guys talked about P Square's classics. I heard those ones. These things that, those songs are things that, I grew up listening to. I loved that. Is it X Project, or what did you call that? Project
Expression.
Yeah,
no, Expression.
No, the one that's Glory.
No.
Wait. Did you actually listen to X Project album?
Project X. Yeah, I listened.
People sat down with X Project album. I'm blown away.
No, not album, but like the song.
The song, I understand.
Yeah. Then there's this song that just came to my mind. As you guys will talk about also, this song. I'm coming if I get that song, but like I know it's an old song, like very, very old. I can't remember. Is it by Code 9? I forgot his name. Is it Code 9 or something?
Mode 9.
No, not Mode 9. Is it Code 9? No, Mode 9 is a rapper now.
Yes, Mode 9 is a rapper.
I guess it's the one that has the highest lyrics on the roll or something like that.
Yeah,
lyrics on the roll. All of you, see, I respect you, fathers and mothers. See, from today, I'll be looking at you differently.
You know what's so
I'm just there to shout out to you guys.
Okay, all right. Thank you,
please. Emmanuel
just reminded me of a song. Tron just reminded me of one of my favorite songs.
That nigga raw.
Yeah, that one. That's a classic record.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah, that one is classic.
That name could not fly today. It was crazy. We're allowed to say that.
Back in the day when Clean the Drunk was both a comedian and a singer.
Yeah, Clean the Drunk talent.
Tron just reminded me of one of my favorite songs.
There's no two versions of
that. Baba Fryo, Dengue Pose.
Yeah. Who recently referenced it? I think I don't
for context, did any of those guys have albums?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did.
They did.
But if you cannot then get posed. But if you're a real G, do you know this one?
Emeka go buy your
Ima, I said Soko was in his first album.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
In his first album.
Yeah, it was in Tungolo now. Soko is Tungolo. Like Tungolo, all those.
I came back to correct myself.
It was in No Long Thing. No Long Thing album. No Long Thing.
Ginger. I came back
No Long Thing,
yes.
The first album, the first Soko I had was
Ginger, you know all.
Real Taj, real. The only first song I ever heard.
That's crazy. No, but it was the second. I think it was the second or third
single. I don't want make you the dance on.
They haven't. Ginger, they just said they don't.
Okay.
When they play harmonica.
That's the same one. That's his soccer song.
Was that the same song?
Yeah.
Yes, now that's the song. I don't want you that transordination.
It was the same era of Tungolo, same era of Mobolo.
Oh yeah, make a sucker, this sucker. You not be playing.
No, that's me your first sucker. Shout out to me.
My voice no good now. Dad, must you cast me? I don't see.
My boy just has all those lyric books in his house. Nobody can tell.
And it's going to be a very rough episode. Fly Rasta.
This is going to be a rough playback.
I'm a better singer than Fly Rasta.
I am just nervous.
Ima just mute me singing.
Sorry to everybody that is listening to the playback. My goodness. The way we've been jumping today. Everybody's just taking lips.
That Kirewa song, I don't think I heard it.
What?
Is the song until maybe later on in life.
Okay.
Like I knew the song, but I never heard it.
Because people will just end it at Kirewa now.
I love the arguments. I love the arguments of that song. The argument. There's a dilemma with that song.
So there are two options. For
it's possibly his mommy is cheating or she's getting raped, which is like whoa.
Or the second option is that the mother was getting.
Is it not the song that you?
And that song video was a hit that year.
They banned it. They banned that song. They banned them.
Yeah.
Sure, I know.
And then they came back with another song.
That's why we made it blue.
And then they came back with another song.
Like, you know, Odumodublvck song they banned.
I want to ask somebody. I want to ask you guys. Do you guys remember one guy that they call Stereo Man?
Yes, no. Sample.
Queen and sample.
Somebody sampled recently. I can't remember who it was. Somebody used the flute. Was it Massacre? Yeah. Fire, man. Yeah, this is a very terrible episode, guys. Cool. Shout out to everybody. The nostalgia juices are flowing.
Burna sampled that song too now.
See, what I'm talking about.
Burna sampled every song. Is there a song
guys, we need to conclude.
I just want to say that, like,
is there a song Burna has not sampled?
It took me. It was when. Do you know when I found out about
Taj don't know.
I'm sorry, bro.
Sorry, guys. You know when I knew that Nice had the first album before Gongwaso was when Burna sampled that song on Anybody. Sampled
Jesus.
When he sampled Paddy Me Jembe. That right. So I now trace back the sample, and I found out that sample is on the first album.
Okay,
it's Little Money that night.
Yeah, Little Money.
It was when that song came out, and I
that song wasn't on Gongwaso.
No, it wasn't. It was a certificate. People think Gongwaso is a debut, but it's not. Anyway,
but it's the same way. It's the same way people didn't know that Burna interpolated. Do in sitting on.
Please, you guys are like Manuel.
Ginger, that one. People do not know too, unfortunately, Ginger. But Ginger does. Okay, Ginger absolutely knows that the sample happened. Anyway, guys, I love the nostalgia. I love the nostalgia juices, man. But anyway, for the sake of time, let's move on to other variants. Belema, I don't know what was left on it to
Billboard Women in Music.
Shout out to women in. Okay, yeah.
Thames won. What was the award that she was given?
It was a breakthrough.
Yeah, it was Breakthrough Artist of the Year. That's nice, what beautiful. It was. Thank you,
a lot of people were coming back to address her speech.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I did not know anything about any speech.
Wow, it got really quiet.
What did she say?
Really quiet.
Wait, what happened to the speech?
Because Pan is acting like you want to end, but you're asking us this kind of questions, so I don't know.
No, I'm not asking to end. No, I'm asking to move on.
I actually didn't know anything about this, but what I wish I say is Temilade is doing everything but dropping the album. Madam,
that's another conversation on its own.
Pan is trying to guilt trip us, like to cause the problem that guilt trip us that we are taking too long to it. So he knows what he's doing. I like that.
I'm moving on. That's what I'm doing. I'm moving the conversation.
What did she say? What did she say that you felt like this?
No, she said only women paved, no one paved the way for women. So basically, so it's okay, but let's move on. Like,
wait, did Ten say women pave way for women?
Yeah,
no, that's
I don't hear that one for the speech.
That's not exactly what she said. Okay, let's move on. Let's actually move on. Flyer Star, thank you.
Oh yeah, how'd she say it? Let's talk about it.
Honestly, this paveway thing, I want us to really.
My guy, Taj is meant to listen to talk about it too. Like, I don't know what he said to talk about Ginger.
Let's talk about it, Abeg. Well, how did she say it? First of all, how did she say it?
Go and check the clip. But essentially, she was bigging up women. That's all it is. Yeah, let's keep it as that. All right. Yeah, somebody else was saying the Paved The Way conversation. We've not actually had that here. Do we care for it?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Spicy,
why not?
Spicy. I feel the Paved The Way conversation is just like it's going to be spicy. Let's go.
I feel like the Paved The Way conversation is just like the creation of Afrobeats conversation. Like,
yeah.
But wait, come to think of it, Thames is not wrong. Not in Nigeria. Maybe she's talking because she's in the US.
No, Ginger, you've not even seen the clip.
For dinner. Go see him.
Yeah, go see the clip. Anyway, yeah, speaking of paving, shout out to all the pavers.
We just went through a nostalgia train, and people will not come and tell me that after all these people, like, I just remember something, right? My first introduction to music was like I had elder brothers, I had elder sisters. My elder brother there's this, I don't know whether it's Reading FM, but there was this radio station that like during the day they will play American music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But around that 12 in the midnight, they will start playing from R&B to pop play. Yeah,
that's
so like
reading.
that was like my first introduction to music. That's when I started listening to like Westlife, them, the Nathaniel Benningham, all those people.
Wow.
Like
Natasha Bedingfield,
and her brother. Like that was like my first. But like these people did all these things. People did all this work.
Yeah.
Before a Virgin Music can come and sign a Shallipopi in less than 6 months.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like before we got to this conversation, nobody's saying that they gave you 50,000 naira when your mother was sick and she needed money for the hospital. Nobody's saying what concerns us with that one. Like nobody's saying that.
Mm-hmm.
What the Paving the Way conversation just says is work has been done that makes it easier for your music. See, as P-Square was dominating Africa, like we think that we are the only ones that are going down through memory lane.
Yeah.
The same way we were dancing Makosa and Cabo Snoop, that's the same way like our music too, like was transitioning into other places. Yeah. Like if you on TikToks when they are talking about how their birthday parties was interrupted by P-Square songs, or like I would be like one person from Rwanda is complaining, one person from Cameroon. Like this is like you can't now say that do you think it is beans for you to come out in 1 year and you have a video on Asna page, or you have like this type of cosigns? It was like I don't like the fact that this conversation is like this conversation X me the way they talk about we are creating new genres. Like you people are not special.
It's in the same genre of annoying conversations. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly with you. I think the major issue around this Paving the Way conversation is that people, I guess it's semantics. People are reading into the word differently.
Do you think it's semantics? I
think people are reading into it or maybe semantics is not. Yeah, I think people are they're misconstruing the term paving the way.
They're paving the way. They're making it seem as if they're collecting handouts.
Exactly. I think they don't.
That's lack of comprehension on their part.
Yeah, and that's the issue with like when I say, and I don't mean to demean people by saying they're just stands and everything and they don't have brains or whatever. But I think it's easier to convince someone that is already obliged to push your narrative. It's easier to convince them that the idea of somebody else paving the way is impossible, because they think paving the way has to be direct, like correlation, cosine, and puts me on this platform. I think they take it too literal in the sense of like this person has to be in their pockets in order, or at least puts money on ground for them, or made a call for them to actually pave the way. Obviously, we're speaking from a cultural significant standpoint, from an idea of a look for an entire industry. It's beyond Burna Boy. It's beyond Two-Face. It's beyond any single Idris Abubakar. It's beyond any single artist, really. It's just the cycle of life when there's something that has been bubbling within an ecosystem, and people that are coming forward from that same ecosystem afterwards will benefit from. Like it's just the nature. It's the circle of life, literally. And I guess it's sad that it's become a debate that people have now started to like come outside and start threatening people that because you disagree of the paving way thing. Now it's become a thing that you're now chesting as if it's something to drag people for and attack them, when it's literally the circle of life. It's a common understanding that many people should have in every sense of like paving the way. Like it's obviously it's just a nod to those that have done similar things before, but you coming there to surpass them is an attribute to their efforts too, because it's like you're building on what they've already put down. You're building on what they've already laid forward. And you're building on relationships and reputations that this ecosystem has gained over the years. So it's like, it really shouldn't be a war as it has come out to see. I think that's gone way too far, like way too far.
I don't even think that.
Sorry,
I don't even think that people. Yeah, I wanted to say something.
Yeah,
I don't think that the idea behind people who are coming out to say now that, oh, you didn't pave way for me, you didn't do this. It's simply comprehension on their part. They might be thinking that somebody has to give them money in their hand, or somebody has to take them into a room to sign them. No, that's not what paving the way means, or that's not what paving the way actually like, or how it works. That's not how it works, because an MC Hammer, if MC Hammer and Co and the likes, or KRS-One, and this is, you won't have the likes of the other guys who followed up, but they didn't know these other guys who came about. Like, if these guys didn't knock down doors and what have you, and these people didn't, so we won't stage a workout.
Ginger, no even sweat. Ginger, no stress yourself. They understand. No, they understand, because every artist that says no one paved the way for them, they think they're paving way for people. All of them that say it, they think they're paving way for people, but they think no one paved the way for them. So Burna Boy thinks he's paving way.
Wait, chill. Let me even finish. The person we think did not pay way for him.
Space right now.
It's so like the idea is that when he gets to a certain level, because currently there are young artists who are already looking up to him already, who are saying my sound is just like Burna, or it's just like this person, or it's just like that person, or I want to be like that. Literally, that's what you're doing. When those kids start making waves and start doing stuff, you literally kind of pave the way for them. So you won't say, when they not tell you to your face now, when you're like in your 40s or your 50s, and they're telling you to your face that you didn't pave way for them, how are you not going to feel? You yourself now, you sit down, let's say he retires now, or let's say, obviously you can't be at the top of your game forever. Your stardom dwindles for a minute. You're not making waves. The arenas and stadiums are not doing that again. You're seated in your mansion in Lagos or in Port Harcourt, and somebody out there goes to social media. Social media is not so big. Somebody goes there and say, you did not pave the way for him, blah, 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 blah. And maybe the person is making copy of your sound, basically copy of your sound. That person say, like, you did not pave the way for him.
Anyway.
Exactly, making references. How are you going to now feel when you now sit down in your living room and you're seeing that? You're not like, you have the same feeling. So there's no way that any artist who's popping right now would never, is the way, I think Osley is the perfect example. He talks about One Day a lot. There's no way those guys would go to radio interviews and they will not constantly mention the fact that One Day bettered them, like One Day literally like was the thing they were looking at. So that's paving the way. That's somebody who's giving, like, is a blueprint. So somebody, but they didn't know One Day now. They were kids when One Day was popping. Do you understand?
Right.
But they were looking at One Day like, oh, okay, this guy, he's doing that R&B, he's doing falsetto, he can sing, he can do this, I can do that too.
All right, Ginger, thank you.
That's what it seems.
Ginger, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I just want to ask that.
Wait,
is it the thanks I get?
Wait. Anyway, yes. I want to hear other thoughts on this particular topic. Even though I think
we're not stressing, man.
Even though I think it's not really a dragging something. But Mr. Facts.
I don't say anything about paving the way. I just want to say whoever changed the name of this place to Afro Pavement is not okay in the head. You can continue.
I would just like to inform you people that it could only be two people and it wasn't me.
It was funny.
Mr. Facts and Data.
As for me, man, I think.
Sorry, who was talking?
BSH.
BSH.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I understand what everybody have been saying so far. Like, it really makes sense. That's how it is. That's the circle of life. Like, people have to pave way for you to come in. But in this particular case, I kind of understand where Burna is coming from, because if you look at before Burna's reaction, you know when person poke you until you react before it turns to something else. I can tell you that for a fact that there are like four other clips before this particular clip of this man saying the same thing, and he's not saying it out of good faith, it's not coming off genuine, he's trying to be demanding, he's trying to pit the two artists against each other, he's trying to be on the side of one because he has personal grievances against that guy, and it's obvious. If you say you don't see that part in this discussion, that means you are disingenuous, because I believe that's where Burna Boy's reaction is coming from, because it's just like, what do they worry this
I don't
guy?
think
This
Burna
guy
has
they
said.
always
I don't think Burna has said too much. To be fair to Burna.
Yeah, he has never talked about him, but it's like the guy always, anytime the guy comes out, he's always talking about Burna Boy. He's always talking about how.
So you think there's a vendetta there?
That, and I understand that. Yeah, people pave way, but there are some people that cannot just talk to you anyhow. You just take it because you know that's the circle of life. Okay. For me, Burna Boy is coming from a place where that him personally, I don't understand why we don't take his own feelings to consideration when we talk about this, because Burna Boy is that artist that a lot of people we know they never gave him chance to some extent. Although he had the normal promotion, but there are a lot of people that were against him. Yeah. And he has expressed this. So you don't expect
I think kind of yes, I understand. It comes from a place of hurt, essentially. From Burna's perspective, he's hurt, so therefore, because I'm going to be irrational about my response, because I think that's what it is. I think you're helping the point, actually. Like, it's good. I think it makes perfect sense. Like, Burna definitely felt slighted, felt hurt by the industry in many instances.
I don't think Burna. I don't just think the way people are thinking that Burna Boy does not know that people said.
Yes.
Burna Boy has given two-faced praise, He has given people. Everybody must not think you are the guy that paved way. Bro, me, I'm an artist. There are Ice Prince. Nobody talks about Ice Prince, but Ice Prince is my god when it comes to this industry. So me, he's the one that inspired me, bro. Right. But people don't think that way. So
what? Are you saying that his response to that was more so coming from a place of like, even if you did quote unquote do the work to pave the way for me, like in the real sense of the word, I'm not trying to hear you talk about that shit because you have my name in your mouth all the time. Okay. So like, is that what you're?
Yeah.
I think it's probably that too.
Man. What's wrong with you?
So okay,
that's what I see.
BSH, thank you for that submission. It makes perfect sense. When it comes to, like, I guess emotions and I guess context. Just to build further context, I think the actual first point where Burna actually said nobody paved the way for me was in 2020. This was like, I remember making a video about it. Actually, I played that video back recently and I was just cringing. But yes, essentially he was responding to a tweet, and I don't know if I can find. I can probably pull it up at some point. But essentially, it was a thread of conversation. This is what somebody responded to him and said. I can't remember what the initial conversation was, but it read, "Where were you since 2010 to 2018?" I'm sure this conversation stemmed from like him just saying, "Oh, I did this, I did that," and somebody now came there to say, "Where were you since 2010 to 2018? I mean, where the fuck were you?" I mean, obviously this person is tense. Where the fuck were you when Afrobeats was struggling to hit the mainstream? The best, in capital letter, paved the way for you. You came in when the table has already been set, and here you're claiming the best. Okay, yes, he said he's the best since Fela. I think that's what triggered a lot of people. And that's what this person responded. And then he responded, "LOL, nobody paved shit for me. Everybody they find their own. I've been out here. If you knew the way they made us look weak by begging and paying the Western world to like us, you will see that no table was set, and I'm the one that brought you the respect you currently enjoy." So that was Burna Boy's actual pave the way, like, statement, right? So let's actually contextualize it fairly. It's not just this recent Idris Abdul Karim back and forth that actually like gingered this conversation. It actually stemmed from this. I think this was an industry-wide like slap to everyone. It was a big statement. I remember when it dropped. This was 2020. This was around lockdown. Everybody was like kind of like taken aback from this particular tweet. He was basically saying there was no table set for any Afrobeat artist at the time. So he was him that he's basically, I'm setting the blueprint myself. And that was his argument. And I still disagree with that argument. I think many people will disagree with that argument. I think his claim of, we were not respected. I think he's going back to his African Giant moment. African Giants was, obviously, we know the story. Coachella put his name in small print. He came out to be vocal about respecting an African giant, hence the entire narrative around the album. So he's been vocal. I think there have been instances of even Wizkid as well, when it came to BET's representation for African artists, they usually used to put them at the back of the like in a pre-show or basically minimize that award category.
They used to make them do pre-show.
And then Wizkid would boycott it and actually was going to say, oh yeah, this was, again, these are all instances of people like speaking for an entire generation of artists, speaking for African artists in general, and this were all right. I just don't agree with Burna Boy's stance of, because I think he's just looking at it through a tunnel lens that nobody else was doing what I was doing, basically. I think a lot of people did that, and I brought up the Wizkid example just to show another instance of people actually doing that and paving way for him before, because I think he's just maybe not aware of other people fighting for African artists. Like, it has to be in his front for him to know that people are actually fighting for African artists in a lot of ways, in different ways, when it comes to dealings, when it comes to actually like positioning on shows. Like, in his context, he might have just noticed that, okay, nobody was really fighting there, I'm the one only doing it. But the truth is, people were actually doing simultaneously with what he was doing. People had done it before. Even the idea of having an African act on a mainstream US like platform was very well, like the way they catered to Majek Fashek back in the days of like David Letterman. There's a video of Majek Fashek performing on David Letterman. You would think he was Ashake of the time, when he was like treated like with such respect. They gave him a huge highlight of his album at that time. Like, there's actual like they are obviously with artists having that level of respect and connotation around there. Like, people obviously did the work to get them there. Sonny Ade has another timeline of pavements, because Sonny Ade has done so much historically for Nigerian music and how they've positioned him. Like, he was literally one of the biggest placed artists in terms of like replacing or even getting anywhere close to Bob Marley, because he was feeling that Bob Marley vacuum at the time, and he was supposed to be and Sonny Ade too. Like, there were many artists that have been essentially doing what he is saying that has never been done, and that's why it becomes frustrating to everyone else that sees history, sees what's documented in history, and says, bro, you're just chatting shit because history says otherwise. History says otherwise, and your emotions are probably riled up all the way to peak. But at the end of the day, fact is fact. Like, fact is fact. Forget our emotions. Obviously, this was stemmed from.
Can I go on?
This was said from an emotional place. Yeah, I'm getting to you for sure. But this was said from an emotional place, and that's what it is. He's emotional at this moment, and I think that's what BSH was adding to it, because you tend to be irrational with your facts when you're emotional. It happens to the best of us. Burna Boy is human at the end of the day. But anyway, Mr. Facts, what are you saying?
Finally, thank you. I've been waiting for so long.
For sure, you were next line. For sure.
I know you said a lot of stuff about Burna Boy speaking out of emotions, right? But like you said, facts is facts, and I love facts a lot. And if you want to talk about facts, I would say maybe, as at the time Burna Boy made that statement based on what the conversation was, at that time, he was absolutely correct. Absolutely, I'm going to tell you my whys. And secondly, moving it down to this present time, where I started seeing people talk about somebody gave him a chain, and the chain paved the way for him.
That's petty. That's petty argument. That's a stupid argument against Burna Boy. No, I'm just. I know. I'm with you on that. I'm saying that's petty shit. Like, it's stupid.
So I was like, and this is supposed to be quote unquote the OGs and whatnot.
Bro, we've not had the best spokesman against this argument. Like, I don't think we've had the best people to argue against it, because it really shouldn't be that much of a legwork to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had the worst people to explain it.
So when I look at all those, I put everything in context, right? And I ask myself, if we want to define this, I know paving way is creating a road path. If we want to trace it back to who created the road path from Nigerian music, we could trace it down to Fela and the rest of them. So nobody should claim that title of you paving a way for anybody. We could trace it down to the first person who did that and took it outside Nigeria. That's the person we're going to give that credit to, right? Now, moving it down into this present era, that's a level you take your music to, and people see that this is the highest level we could go, and everybody aim for that level. And someone said, no, there's something bigger than this. We could take it down to this higher level. I will tell you confidently, the reputation Burna Boy has given Nigerian African music.
Absolutely.
in America is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you again, the reputation, whether you people like it or not, whether people respect that dude or not, that man should have a statue. When you come in from Murtala International Airport or Abuja, you should see Burna Boy, you should see Fela, you should see King Sunny Ade, you should see statues of those guys in your country, or put them somewhere in a museum and talk about their story, because we are not educating these young folks enough. We are not writing our stories ourselves. We are out here doing stanship. Stanship has made us so blind from reality. We're so disconnected.
Thank you so much, Mr. Facts.
He's my fan. He's my fan.
Thank
this
you
is not
so
my
much.
fan.
God bless you, bro.
You know, thank you. You know, stanship has really made us so blind. I was like, so this is greatness in front of us. Back in the days, we're just here talking about our great OGs and what they have done and all that. You know, everything was at that level. This young man comes in, take this game to a completely different phase. Now, my friends want to go to an Afrobeat show. They have a certain standard and expectation because they've been to Burna Boy concerts several times. So if I want to take them to, let's say, the Davido concert or Wizkid or Shallipopi somewhere, you know, they're expecting that same standard. And if they're not getting it, I'm telling you, it's going to be hard for anybody who don't switch up and change their game to what the demand is right now. Afrobeat is popping, whether anybody likes it or not. We are the main character. And if we don't really follow that footstep and follow that blueprint and out here trying to be like, oh, he's not my fave, he's not my fave, and whatnot, are we all saying, trust me, we're going to miss a whole lot. What Burna Boy has done, if we want to define Paved Way, and the way I see all this stupid people talk about Paved Way, that guy has paved way for the OGs, people to come before and people after. For what he's doing, in fact, Burna Boy has made every Nigerian, quote me, he has made every Nigerian artist see the need of having an album that can win you a Grammy. Are we clear on that? So Burna Boy paved way.
No, we are not clear on that. That's the question. No, so continue. But no.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Mr. Facts.
I will mute my mic.
No, I was with you. I was with you up to a certain point, bro. I was with you.
Before now, we have been hearing. I know a couple of Nigerian musicians, up close and personal. I'm not going to put their name out here. Now, I've never seen anybody. In fact, before the Grammy is like mission 18 that it's not possible.
Right.
Nobody believed it is possible.
Right.
Bonner said that. I've forgotten the show he was it in Ghana or in South Africa? He did a freestyle. He said when he wins the Grammy and comes back, the whole people will reason with him. This is a guy who tells you nobody paved way for me because we know Davido is an industry baby. We know what Banky W did for Wizkid. We know what Davido. I'm just giving you an instance. Yeah. These are people the industry projects to be the next big thing. Man, Bonner followed the back door. Nobody give him a chance. The mom.
Okay. Wait. Let him finish.
Let me complete this, right? Yeah. The mom said it that you come from a country where you have to knock. Even when you knock, no one opens the door for you when you're coming in. You had to break that door and say, hey, I'm here. So these people, you can't tell a man's struggle and a man's story more than them. So when he said that, as at that time he said that, and when I saw what Idris said and what he said before and what he said after, you could see Idris is jealous of this guy. He has been jealous of his own colleagues too during his time. So I'm not really going to put more stuff on Idris because I know he's coming from a place of hate. He's not coming from a place of fact. Okay. When he was, narrating whatever he said against Burna Boy, and Burna Boy reacted based on his emotions too, and called all sort of names. I know understand. I'm not going to take side on anybody's side on that one. But the real picture is if a man tells to you and say, hey, nobody gave me a chance. Nobody paved way for me. Why not listen to and ask the whys behind his statement? Because when this comes to Burna Boy, bring fire, bring noise, bring everything. Let's kill him. When it comes to Davido industry, baby, you see all the whole protections. You see everybody coming up with the excuses for him and all that. We ought to be fair, right? Mm-hmm. What Burna Boy is doing for African music, it's beyond Nigeria right now. What he's doing for our music We go out there.
Right.
I go out there, my shoulder high. Hey, who's that, man? Oh, you from Burna Boy? Me? I see my own colleague coming to work, singing Sitting on Top of the World. And this is a song I go on Nigerian platform on Instagram. They said the song is sitting behind Nigerian Apple TV. And I said, look, Sitting on Top of the World is not done for Nigerian music.
Mm-hmm.
That is not for you guys to eat. He did that for a particular audience. Yep. And today, they performed the Sitting on Top of the World. That song break into the first Nigerian or first African.
So the Tupac do hit them up for you. The Tupac do eat her for you. The Tupac do ghetto gospel for you. The Biggie do the song for you. Why do you know it?
Wait.
Okay, I'm coming. I know when I speak, a lot of people get tense, but I'm coming. You will have your time. I'll mute my mic.
Okay, please start rounding up your point, but yeah.
Yeah, I want to round up my point right now. Now, putting everything into context, right? At the Grammys today, we could say a Nigerian artist was nominated for Best Melodic Rap. That's a culture for American hip hop culture. That man gets into that nomination. Being in that nomination alone, it's a big deal. But nobody talked about it in Nigeria. We're busy celebrating a newcomer.
Bro, we did on here.
Hold on. Cool down.
Mr.
Now we're back to Rolling Stone. Giving you guys.
I'm hurt, bro.
Greatest of all time albums, right? Why I said Burna Boy should have a statue in Nigeria now, alongside King Sunny Ade and Fela Anikulapo Kuti the Great. You know, why I said he needs a statue for real. When Rolling Stone pull out their magazines for the best, greatest of all time albums, right? And I see Burna Boy ahead of Tupac, ahead of Notorious B.I.G., ahead of our own fella, ahead of King Sunny Ade. You know, he was rated ahead of all these guys, right? And on this note, right, if I want to ask anybody here, has anyone seen any artist that has done that super run from 2022 to this present day, even till Saturday and what he did at ATL? Okay. Tell me how many Nigerian artists can be that consistent till this day.
Okay. No, can I say something?
Today they are putting us in their album and not the other way around.
Yes. Okay.
So you saw
sorry, wait, brother.
They are paying
you don't do now.
Mr. Fax, Mr. Fax, I think you're about to round up, right?
Mr. Fax.
Let's be real with ourselves.
Sorry, wait, Mr. Fax, are you good?
Take Starship away.
Yes.
Take Starship away from your eyes. Okay. Look at the picture. Look at the main stuff this guy has done. Place it side by side with any African artist. With your facts, my mic is mute.
Okay. Sorry, wait, Belema, wait. Belema, wait. This guy, Mr. Fact. Sorry, Belema, you're gonna go right now. Mr. Fact, that's an absolutely different conversation. I don't know which word you just went down. I don't know what path you went down just now, but that's a completely off topic. Like you took us somewhere else. Like nobody was even trying to go there. As Burna broken,
Starship has blinded your eyes.
You're saying Starship has blinded your eyes, bro.
Starship is affecting you because you started talking about Davido.
Bro,
look in the mirror.
Bro,
Mr. Fan, look in the mirror.
The Starship points you're bringing up,
bro. You just came and just blabbed your mouth and said Davido. No one cares about this on Starship. This is a different space. This is Afrobeats to the world space.
Let's be cordial. Let's be cordial. Wait, I want Mr. Fax to understand how he went off topic. At least just so we know, the conversation was about how nobody paved the way for Burna Boy, right? That was the premise of the conversation. You came on here to basically say Burna is paving the way for other people. Well, yeah, nigga, damn, of course he is, and that's actually validation to our point, even.
Okay. Emmanuel,
anyway, Belema,
I just threw that out there.
Can I please say something?
Like,
Belema, please. And then Balaji, like, bro, Mr. Fax.
Outside tomorrow and says that Burna did not pave.
No, bro, it would be ridiculous for anyone to say. No one was arguing that.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. One of my favorite things is when stans pretend not to be stans. Those are my favorites. I do love a good stan that pretends not to be a stan. That's like literally one of my favorite things. It's so meta. It's so out of body. Love it so much. But here's what I'll say. When you start this conversation of are we building statues? Nobody paved the way for this person. Blah blah blah. First of all, nothing is new on earth. You can only choose to do something better than you've seen it done before, right? And so while I do agree that Burna be feeling some kind of way, there's nothing Burna is doing that is completely brand new. He might just be doing it 10 times better than other people.
Yeah, he's definitely breaking glass ceilings for sure.
And I think that's the thing to be clear about is that nobody's saying that
we scream at the top of the world anytime he does.
As one of the bigger Burna fans, I will say this: Burna is the best.
Yeah, yes, you can make the solid argument. He's the greatest of all time, bro.
But I feel like the past 10 minutes was just a very off
topic, bro.
Off topic.
We were in the corridor. You were in Warri,
you know
bro.
what? Forget all of that. I genuinely have a question for Mr. Fats. When you were picking the people who get statues, why only Fela, King Sunny Ade, and
the statue off me, man?
Ebenezer Obey deserves a statue. Ebenezer Obey.
No. In hindsight, listen.
I could answer.
No. In hindsight, Burna does deserve a statue.
Imam Belema, that's the one that was offering you people. The one that was offering me was in MMA. That's where he wants to go put the statue long.
Bro, Pepe, the worst for me is that what makes it worse is when people want to make it look like they're saying facts and they say the whole Africa, bro. Soweto Choir, 2007, they had Grammys. They have 3 fucking Grammys.
Bro, even our own family could see.
Before Boy knew where his bomb was, you don't say Africa.
Bro, we had nominations already, bro. Like
even we had it.
I can only go by words.
What you know, so if you don't know, pipe down.
Bro, you basically
she just said it point in place. She said Burna Boy has given African music a different look. It comes out from a woman who has seen it all before.
No, that's not the argument. That's not what we're debating. It's a fact. With all due respect, that's not what we're talking about.
Please, people, allow me to make my point.
Boy, Bolaji, please make your points. And please, Burna stands, please come outside so you can see what we're dealing with. You can see what we're dealing with time to time. You people will go inside your corners. People will go inside your conference and that be saying yeah arguments about what we're talking about in Burna. I am so annoyed, bro. I am so annoyed because outsiders be running into their little corners.
Guys, I left here.
Bro, I am so annoyed.
They said they were disrespecting my goats. What's going on?
See them.
I know Bolaji has to speak, and Bolaji, you get to speak. I am so sorry.
Bolaji, I beg.
Mr. Facts, I'm so sorry, Bolaji. Mr. Facts, you don't have to explain anything. Just give me just one sentence. No too much back and forth. I will cut you off if you're doing too much back and forth. Just answer the one question I gave you. Why only KSA, Fela, and Burna? Why not everybody get a statue?
That's a very good question. I said that because we only have an artist that has given Nigeria a complete album of work when it comes to the Grammy, and only one has done that, and that's why I want him to have.
Okay,
that
so
you
want us to use the Grammy to give him?
Yes, I think that's what he wants to use the Grammy.
You want to use a Grammy?
Quiet.
Is there anything bigger than a Grammy for any musician
in Nigeria?
Wait.
You people now.
Can we not?
You people.
Let's not. Belema, you're doing too much engagement right now with
Mr. Facts. Thank you very much. So yes, Burna Grammy, beautiful. So why KSA? You can mute your mic. Why KSA and why Fela?
Because what they have done, they are the first people that we could look into or look up to that say they have done this for Nigerian music.
I'm never mad at the lineup for statue.
International.
I'm not mad at the lineup for statue. Let's just move on from this statue.
What about Magic Fashek?
Let's move on. Oh, please, let's move on.
Yeah, I'm just mad at
Bolaji is gonna go.
Bolaji, please.
American award. The fact that you want to use an American award to build a statue in Nigeria is offensive.
I just want to throw.
Do you know when Magic Fashek was performing before you?
It is wild, bro.
I would just like to make a petition to add Lagbaja to the list.
Please, I beg. If I do statue list, we will not be here, man. I beg. Let's move on from this statue P. I beg. Shout out to Mr. Fax and the statues, man. I rate your list. It's a good list. Okay,
yes,
let's move on.
I would just like to throw Lagbaja in there. Thank you.
Yeah. Bona deserves a statue. I think at some point, Bona will deserve a statue.
But why does Bona deserve one?
Lagbaja doesn't have.
Anyway, let's move on. Bolaji, please.
Okay, so the point that I wanted to make, right, was to an extent, I kind of understand where Bona was coming from, because after he made the tweet, he had like an interview after with a PGM radio show where he kind of gave context to why he said what he said, and the crux of the context he was given was basically that, after I broke out, when I got into these rooms, that's in Yankee and stuff, and I started requesting for what I thought I deserved, the conversations they were giving him was, why do you think you're different? We are giving XYZ this amount. So he basically is coming from the point of, the guys that have gone before me sort of have lowballed us.
Yep.
And then when
where's Davido? Good examples.
Right. So it was like, before me, the guys who went before me sort of lowballed and didn't give enough value to what we bring to the table. Yeah. And when I got there, I had to restart the conversation to sort of get what I think I deserve, right? Yes. And that's why he's giving that context of, I know you guys have gone, but what I think you guys got when you went isn't deserving of what we offer. And now I have to sort of do this again. And from an artist point of view, right, you can understand, because the thing is, when you become successful, every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to point their finger and say, well, I had something to do in you being successful. When some people, you literally had to be on your knees and beg them. Some people, you know what you gave, and you know who has offered to you. So in terms of nobody paid way for me, if you use the context that he gave in the interview after, the interview was with Douglas Jacob on Pigeon Radio. You can check it out. He gave context to say, it's not that people didn't go before me; they went, but they lowballed us. And when I got there and I said, "Oh, I wanted X, Y, Z," the questions they were asking me was, "Why do you think you want this?" When the next person, and I think every other artist has also complained. Even I think Rema even talked about it, where he was like in one of his songs, so he was like, if you don't do XY, if you don't pay XYZ, I will take the show and collect my own money and move. And some artists have complained that because of the conversations that everybody has, and it's not just artist related, even content creators complain that when they go to like corporations and stuff, people bring up different content prices.
Creators,
exactly. There's always like the lowballing, someone is trying to take it cheaper and whatnot. Yeah. So the context, using this context, I think it makes sense what he's saying in terms of, I know some people have gone before me, but they didn't give enough value, and I had to get there and had to fight for what I think I deserve and what I think my culture deserves. Yeah. In terms of like the industry baby conversation, I don't buy it because there's a lot of nuances. It's not like Burna Boy had the best attitude before he blew. And you can't say Burna Boy one thing. He had other people. He had aristocrats way back. So it's not like he was just a random guy that nobody cared for, whatever. That's what I think. Yes. I also think that it's sort of offensive that you want to use an American award to give people statue. So now, because Burna Boy has a Grammy, we should build him a statue in Nigeria. No. And when they ask us in our history, when my son asks me 10 years from now, why does Burna Boy have a statue in MMB? I should say, because he's the first one that won the Grammy. Because the Grammy now has third road in Nigeria. Abi has dug borehole. Abi has built us new stage.
Burna Boy and Idris are the same. Idris wants a statue because he fought Vincent.
I don't understand.
Idris wants a statue because he fought Vincent. Burna Boy wants a statue because he won Grammy. The same thing.
Anyway, I think Bolaji's submission. Thank you. I think Bolaji's submission was beautiful. Again, I was alluding to that. I guess in a tunnel vision, you can absolutely, from looking from his lens, he can absolutely see a situation where he feels nobody has done anything for us. And I'm the one actually breaking through it. And especially adding to the context that Bolaji is adding to the conversation, it makes sense from that line, like from that standpoint, from the tunnel vision. But again, people are going to read a broad statement and people are going to like obviously paint that entire brush with that statement.
So because PDD was sleeping with McMill, so you mean he paved way for him? No one cares what he did though. They paved way for you.
No, it makes exactly.
Like, I don't get what you guys are saying. Because you pay money doesn't mean they pay way. PDD might say this on all fours, but it's very, it's
very myopic. It's very like it's looking on one situation and ignoring so much that plays beyond just that. Like it's a very minute situation, and obviously in that tweet he's not going to address those things in that context. But I think obviously if he's acknowledgeable about other artists and the grounds that they broke for him to enjoy today, if he's making that acknowledgement, I don't think we have any debate or anything to really fight about, because if he's acknowledging
I think because of the person of Burna is one of the reasons why it's even hard to put the context. If it was like a Wiz, you could understand. But because of the polarizing figure that Burna is, it makes it hard for you to understand.
To see.
The guy, if you just be on some ego P,
exactly.
None of them matter for color football.
Exactly, and that's how people read it.
If you don't add
context. Yeah, exactly. That's literally what I was opening up by saying. He's just being irrationally emotional when he's just saying it. Because if he's breaking it down to certain aspects and acknowledging those so at least so it doesn't rile people up to misread it, and then it now comes back to like actually explain further, then yes, of course, we can actually have a sane conversation. But anyway, man, there's so many hands still up. Lost Boy, I think Lost Boy, Pepe, Ginger as well. I don't even know who's going. Belema, who's going? Do we know?
Gilwin hands has been up.
Wait, where's Gilwin?
Yeah, Gilwin hasn't said anything.
Yeah, sorry, Gilwin, bro. My bad.
At last, I can talk now.
Nah, you've been very, very patient.
Guys, Emmanuel, side note, I just want to let you guys know that. So Kai is streaming with Davido right now.
Yeah.
It's the funniest shit, man.
Yeah, I already pinned. You people were arguing about Davido, but I already pinned 2 of the videos up.
Yeah,
Davido said he's dropping album.
Yeah, this shit is.
Davido said he's dropping album, and anyway, all this to say.
The only thing I want to say, shout out to Kizz Daniel.
Oh, they are Obi House.
He will not be drinking Casamigo again.
No, they are. Are they at Obi's house now?
Yeah, they are Obi's house.
They are at Obi's house right now, bro. I mean, this
Don't Casamigo, they kill me.
Yeah, that Casamigo speed.
Big man said he had 10 shots. And
okay, hold on.
Sorry, give him. Let's give it to him.
I like the part where the guy said, "Welcome to Lagos."
Please, before we change the topic, Giving was actually in the middle of saying something.
Yes,
when
please.
Interrupted him. Please, Giving, go ahead.
So this is your reputation now. It's not looking good, bro. Sorry, Giving, go ahead.
So shout out to everybody, man, and shout out to Bolaji.
Oh shit, bro, network.
In this space, talk sharp, they'll interrupt you. Don't be talking sharp. Don't send them. Don't agree.
I feel like it's an unspoken rule now.
It's still a greet. Yeah, it's still a greet and shout out. Ginger will enter you.
Y'all are horrible. Y'all are.
Plans killed me today.
The opportunity you have to speak, you take out this shout out.
Give me.
No, give me. Wait to do your network, man.
Shout out to you.
No, giving is a real one though. Like, let's not do that.
I'm giving shout out to you. Come back.
MTN said you are saying too much, fam.
Hello.
Giving come back.
You see Kizz
let me go on. I beg. Okay. Giving this to
don't go. Giving when you come back.
Let me just quickly clear something up sharply for those who are constantly, trying to hide stanship and what have you. That is actually speaking out. But what the truth is, there is no planet, there is no universe where he would say that first off, he came in through the back door. Which back door? He got signed. Somebody put money, betted on you. Somebody signed you first off. That's first thing first. There was an aristocrat that signed you first off. That's one. Two is that Bolaji just helped us to make our points now. He said, okay, context. He went into the room. He's discussing money. They said the people that came before, they demanded for 5 naira. Now I want to demand 10 million. Bro, those people came before you. If those people didn't come or make it through, they won't allow you through the door. It meant that somebody actually worked their way for that door to be open enough for you to come through and now make more demands.
Who are those people?
Good point. What do you mean, who are those people?
I need you guys to call names. Don't throw words.
No.
Okay.
Say comments. You don't know Jack. You don't know Jack.
Mr. Facts. Mr. Facts. There's so many people. There's so many people.
There's Sean Kuti there. There are people there. Like there's Majek Fashek.
Fly Rasta, don't call names. Why you calling names? You should go and learn. You don't understand or know the history of Afro, or you should go and learn. Please go and learn. Go and do the research.
Hello. No, just say go and learn. Don't say name.
You should go and learn. You should go and understand the trajectory. Yeah. You should go and learn and understand the trajectory of how this has actually come to this level where you can boldly say, before now, people have been they've been coming through. They've been coming through as well. They've been crossing this. They've been crossing the river, going to the other side to market this thing, push this thing, telling them, listen to this, listen to that. This is us. This is us. If those people weren't doing that, you think when you just come and say, African giant, and they will be like, what the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah. I know you now. But it's because they've had somebody else. Right. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, this guy collaborated. Oh, there was a debate that had a collaboration with Snoop Dogg. Oh, there was this guy that signed on to Kanye West. Oh, there was this guy. Oh, Jay-Z, like, oh, we know that nigga now. Oh, we know.
Bro, the more we expand on this topic, the more I feel how unnecessary it is.
Exactly.
It doesn't even make sense. Like it
hurts me so much.
Emotional from Burna Boy.
It hurts me so much.
All of these circles, there were people.
Burna Boy camp, you guys bring your better soldier. You guys bring your strongest soldier. Go back to your group chat.
Bankuli that was with Kanye West.
Bankuli chilling with Kanye. Yes.
Exactly. Listen, plugging. Say, plugging, oh, man. Listen to us. This is us.
Like a drummer, there's a Nigerian drummer that won a Grammy, like for drumming.
Yeah.
It was drumming and he went there. He said, Burna Boy.
I know of that as well.
Make you go do research. Make you go do research.
But Mr. Facts, you know you did not come with your facts, right?
Yeah, go. You guys still have no answer.
Mr. Facts, you know, I'm just letting you know. Did you know that you didn't come?
Mr. Facts will answer this question. What's your question?
What's the question?
My question. I ask you guys again. How many Nigerian artists are doing what Burna Boy is doing?
You see where you are? You are in worry right now. You are somewhere else. We are still chilling out here in another planet. Yeah, in another hemisphere at this point.
How many people?
No, Mr. Facts, that's not the conversation. Mr. Facts.
Music to where? Music to where?
That's not the conversation.
People are doing what?
I guess Mr. Facts doesn't understand.
What is Burna Boy doing? Okay. No. What is Burna Boy actually doing?
Let's move on.
Has there been a time I understand. That's why I said Fela.
Okay, Mr. Facts.
Burna Boy. I reference
respectfully. Can we hear from another outsider, please? I actually want to hear a better argument because you're not arguing. You're not. You're in a different conversation right now, bro. Wait. Is this still here? Sorry. Belema, was that you? Sorry, Mr. Facts, I'm sorry. You're not arguing what we are arguing. You're not even in the same room with us right now.
Okay.
He's talking about what's it called? Capital Arena and on the Arena tour right now. Who's talking about that right now?
Anyway, VJ Brenner.
But we don't want to recognize that.
No, but Mr. Facts, nobody is not recognizing that. That's not what talk. Anyway,
I'm in that group that you are on Telegram. I know this way. I'm there.
I'm not on Telegram.
Thank you. That Telegram group. Thank you. I know that exists. Thank you, Fly Rasta.
I did the group. I know that talking points.
VJ Brenner.
Let me finish.
Fly Rasta is the infiltrator.
The point is, there's no universe. There's no multiverse. There's no multiverse that anybody would come out and say that somebody did not go before them, except. And then, so the only person that can say that is Adam because he came here first.
That's another argument. Listen, but Bernard would say Adam didn't pave the way for him. VJ.
You say Adam did not pave the way for him.
VJ Bernard.
Yeah, you say Adam let Eve deceive him, so he didn't pave the way for him. That he no one can deceive him.
Adam didn't pave the way for
him. Yo, the line of jokes I had in my head right now, man. Let's save this before outsiders now cook us more. Anyway, VJ Bona. What's up, bro?
Guys, now well done.
Well done, bro.
Okay, actually, I'm not here to, I'm not here to come and do all this township thing, Mr. Frax. I understand where it's coming from. It's pain. You guys have been talking about Burna Boy Ultra and all stuff like that. But the thing is, Gingerbread. We've been listening to music from way back. Afrobeats, there have been different eras and everything. And I guess from the point of view where Burna Boy said what he had to say, to me, if I'm being fair, it was not right. You understand? It was not even right. That nobody paved way for him because I've been listening to music from way back.
Wow,
I've listened to the Remedies and all different people, like different artists that have been able to go out there, perform at African stadiums, perform at different places. Two-Face was the first person to win the BET Awards now. So you understand?
For group,
this one are making sense.
Can you shut the fuck up? Which group?
You know they do your work. They come out for group.
Wait, let's be late.
I don't screenshot the name. I go find it for group. I go find it for that Telegram.
No. Bro, sorry, VJ, you know we're banting. It's not a matter of shut the fuck up. Like, it doesn't need to get there. Like, come on, we're banting. VJ, just land your points.
You need to calm down and let me talk now.
VJ, land. VJ, you're giving me flashbacks. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
Naim.
Yeah, I remember. Sorry, VJ, continue, I beg.
Let me have my own opinion now.
Yes.
Guys, calm down now. Fly Rasta, waiting this up. Calm down. Bro, you've had your own platform. You had your own speech. So what's now the problem? Which group?
No fight. I will be grouped. We did group together. Forget. No worry.
All right. The thing is, I felt like where Burna Boy is trying to come from is, I think when he started, yes, he had the backup of Aristocrat and all sorts of. I think it was coming from the fact that I think when the bloggers, the old...
Not backup, he was signed. Not
signed.
backup,
yes,
he was signed.
It's still the same thing, guy. Calm down. It's still the same thing. And I think the way he said it, he's not supposed to make nobody paved it for me. He's supposed to direct it to the bloggers and everyone. Okay, no, none of the bloggers tried to put me on anything, or no one in the Nigerian music industry put me on anything. Fine, yeah, he should have found a way to say it in a different kind of way. He didn't say it in a very, very good way. You understand what I'm saying? But I felt like, yes, we've been listening to different music from way back. Nobody will no pave way for. Because we don't listen to music. People don't do tete. So now that part, everybody they follow, they go up till now. We've been following that part up to this period. Yeah, fine. He has been able to take the mantle and take it up to the next level. You understand what I'm saying now? So I'm not in support of the fact that I say nobody paved way for him. But maybe like the way Bolaji said, maybe we should also look at it from his own angle and the reason why he said that. There might be a reason why he said, okay, nobody paved way for me. It might not be. Burna Boy has come outside to give props to the big names in the industry. He has never ever come outside and talk down on anybody in the industry from the big names. Go and check it out. He has never done that. So so him coming out to say nobody paved it for him, I think he was directing that to the industry, to some part of the industry. Those ones that are trying to write crazy things about him, things that he did not do. Yeah, fine. Burna Boy is arrogant. He has his own attitude. Everybody get him for body. The same Davido has his own. He has his own also. Whiskey has his own also. So I believe maybe he's coming from a different Davido. Can you calm down?
Sorry, let him finish. Anybody, please don't touch. Don't step on.
Every artist, can you calm down, please? I'm trying to say every artist have their own.
Tell you to calm
down. All have their own. They all have their own attitudes and everything. They all have the way the media paints them. Burna Boy never had it rosy when it was coming. Burna Boy never had it rosy. That's what you need to know. Maybe that is the way. Maybe that is what he was trying to say. Okay, nobody paved it for him. But if you're looking at it in the industry, yes, people have been there. People have won awards and everything before he came to limelight. So definitely, people were there. They paved it for him. Okay. In the Nigerian music scene. But when we're talking about outside the global scene, nobody paved it for him on that place, bro. Nobody. No fucking body paved it for him on that global scene. That's fact. Nobody.
I hate that people say Burna Boy didn't have it rosy. I hate it.
Oh my god, bro. I hate
everything
about it. I hate everything about it. Unfortunately,
is it Idris Daddy or Rosie or Hazardous?
I don't understand that.
Unfortunately, I think
waiting for time when it is.
No, but it disputes your points. That's what it should be your business, really. The business is that honestly, Brenna's I guess the animosity that Brenna felt from, I think you guys have a case of Nigerian media and industry platforms and versus like a case of like Nigeria as a populace, as a masses. Yes, there were definitely moments that justified a lot of pushback with Brenna. Like it's a love and hate relationship. Same way there were love and hate relationship with other artists too. Like it's not the first time an artist had controversy, right? I just think that I think it makes for a nice and beautiful story, and I say this with every respect that I can give to stans in general. And I'm not saying this to particularly say that you are a stan or that you are running with this narrative, but every stan has a villain. They need a villain. You're always going to find a villain in a beautiful hero story. In order to have a hero, you need a villain. So every single case stands, and Brenna helps it. You help victimize Nigeria as the entire villain, an entire 200 million population you were out to just suppress anything Brenna was doing. Any fire that Brenna wants to catch, they will come out and spray water on top. Like they were out to get him in every situation. When my bro point every scenario where a Nigerian media platform had to push back against Brenna, there is a pipeline to controversy. There is a genesis to it. And to use that same premise to judge everybody, judge everyone with that same brush is obviously disingenuous, because it doesn't fit your narrative. It doesn't fit your story of having a villain. And that's why people cry and come here and say we never had it easy. Bro, nobody that was doing what anybody close to what Brenna was doing had it easy. Bro, it's never going to be easy. For everybody has their struggle. Everybody will come here and give you a struggle story, bro. Everybody has their own struggle, bro. They fought. And Brenna is not any different from every human being and artist in this ecosystem. And that's why stans can't get it out of their minds, because you think it's a case of, oh my goodness, bro, this is too much pent up annoyance from dealing with these same freaking narratives for so long. Ah, man. Anyway, we're just gonna, bro.
Exactly. That's why we need to move on. Like
we're just gonna move on,
need
because
to move on
it's
VJ.
but you understand? Do you understand the Rosie thing is not necessarily substantial?
Pepe has a hand up.
Yes, Pepe, please.
Yeah, Pepe.
We start rounding up, guys.
Yes,
actually,
Pepe,
we're getting to
Pepe
time.
is gonna close us out, and we will move out to and now,
what do we need to say about that?
Davido,
and then we'll wrap it up.
Did we talk about Davido Abuju?
About what?
Oh,
God.
Another bottom barrel conversation, please. Oh my gosh.
Pepe, how are you?
Thank you so much for this opportunity to come and speak.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. They carry us Trabaye with the Ikorodu, they carry us go Ajangbadi. I don't know where this conversation was going, talking about some.
To be fair, I kind of tapped out.
Yeah, man.
If you couldn't tell, I disappeared.
What's he called? Telling us about, Brenna is doing this currently in the industry. This one. We are all aware. We are quite aware. We are very aware of what it is that he's doing. We are quite aware that he's, the biggest goat. Yes, we are quite aware. And it will be the same way that people are giving him flames for that statement. Is the same way if Rema came out tomorrow to come and tell us that Bernard did not pave way for him, we will use our slippers and we will stone him in the head, because he would be chatting shit. Because that would be a lie, a blatant lie. Let's tell the truth. Now, Bolaji has added much needed context, which I quite appreciate, because I find that Bernard tends to speak in broken phrases and sentences. He will say something, but what he's trying to say is a different thing, and then you now have to go and listen to it in a third interview connected to you, and you're like, oh, so that's what you were trying to say. You for just talk that one first. Now we're fighting over something you do not really mean. So I don't really get myself heated at anything he says. because I want to give him benefit of the doubt that there is a meta message behind what he's trying to say, which is the context that Bolaji gave. However, although on top still, you still said the face statement, and it is a lie. It's literally a lie. Somebody paved the way for you. You are not the Adam and the Genesis of all things Nigerian music, and that's the same for everyone. And just as he's doing today, winning the Grammys, performing on the Grammy stage, doing arena shows, he too is paving the way for whoever else is going to come after him. And it would be very asinine of anybody 2-3 generations down the line to come and be telling us that Bernard did not pave way for him. We'll be like, are you dumb? Are you stupid? So it's in the same way he cannot say that nobody paved the way for him, because it is not true. Like Gingerbread said, there has to be a genesis. There has to be a person who knocked at the door. That person that knocked at the door, but the door did not open. At least they knocked. Then another person came, they knocked on the door, they slightly opened the door, they put their eye, they're like, okay. Like all of those people, all of those building blocks matter. Of those building blocks, our ecosystem does not exist the way it does today without all of those building blocks. So let us just be telling the truth. Like the people, like the Banjis and the P Squares and all of them people that got international recognition, the Two Faces, they walked so that he could run. Because if they hadn't done what they had done, he would have had to start in the beginning of where they started. So now he will be the one being the first one knocking at the door. But you don't have to do that, because at least they are aware that there are Nigerian artists that are making waves because of some people who have come before you. So that was an asinine statement. Big man has to do better at saying what he means and meaning what he says, so that we don't come on these spaces every 15 business days to come and be arguing. And I cannot wait for us to wake up tomorrow to outsiders dragging us yet again, saying that we're talking about Burna.
It's going to happen.
My God. We love Burna.
I'll inform you guys. Once they say it in the group, I'll tell you guys. Don't worry. I'll look at the group.
I forgot to add this also to my statement. Fly Rasta, you are not okay in the head. I just wanted to let you know that, because you're so annoying. But yeah, I say all of that to say we all love Burna here.
Man.
We actually
they need a villain so bad. Niggas be painting brushes.
Sometimes
they be Picasso in the narrative.
We'll do our best to give him benefit of the doubt, but sometimes when he speaks, he needs to be aware that when he says something, it can't, like what you mean to say is not how you present it, and we cannot be in your head to not come and be saying, oh, that's not what he meant. We don't know what you meant if you don't say what you meant.
Yeah,
do better.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And with I guess on the Kiz Daniel platform, you has mentioned. Looking forward to that. We'll see how it goes.
We don't want another clock title, another time. Can we move on from this?
Not another clock title.
This one will be the final time. I know time. We are okay. Time.
No, sorry. I was thinking
one last time.
One last time. Yeah, one
last time.
No, not this time. We've known the time.
If he has, why not now?
Or time no day.
Time definitely no day, which is why we are.
Which is exactly why we're ending tonight. Because time no day. Anyway, guys, this was always fun. This was another fun night. Appreciate everyone that's able to tune in. We were able to talk about we didn't even talk about new music.
We did.
We did not.
We talked about was Kiz Daniel.
Right, it was only Kiz Daniel. So we didn't talk about the new Jones and artists. We didn't talk about new code. We didn't talk about new we talk about new tapes.
I came late.
They said Baguette is doing cultural appropriation.
Anyway.
Someone said Black Bones just now.
Yeah, Black Bones said some tweets. Yes, shout out to him. No, we did not. We did not. He's a rapper, bro. He's speaking like a rapper. Yeah, shout out to him.
But did he lie?
He's a rapper. He's supposed to say those things.
But I've said it. Did I not say it?
What did he say?
He said something about his discography. He said other than the top 3, or did he say top 4?
He said
he has the best discography.
That was what he said. Afrobeat.
Forget that one.
Yeah, and I think the discography one is the one that people that were.
The catalog.
The catalog one.
Yes, the catalog. Yes.
Yeah. But he has quantity, not quality. I beg me rest.
What?
Okay, let's. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stepping in. This was fun. This is going to be chaotic to cut out and like put together, because I know
Manuel has been so stressed.
We were jumping at so many points. We don't even care about order. I said, what is order? We're just throwing things left, right, center.
Mr. Fax's point must make it to the statue must make it.
No, Mr.
Live, for real.
No, Mr. Fax will make it for sure. Appreciate everybody, man.
We'll end on this note, please. My favorite genre of stands that say they are not stands. That's my favorite genre.
Anyway, guys, on that note, thank you so much from Alade to Bolaji to Fly Rasta, Lost Boy, Ginger, Mr. Fact, VJ, Taj, Pepe, L. Who else am I missing? Everybody, man, that's been able to contribute today. Appreciate you guys for your additions, and looking forward to next week conversations as well. See you guys.
Is the future.
Yeah. See you guys next week, guys. Have a good one. Peace. Take care, YouTube.